Welcome here to Prairie View, Texas. We're at the Prairie View Cricket Complex for the site of the matchup between the Houston Hurricanes and the East Bay Blazers. These two teams right now, second and third, they were coming into the day in that Pacific Conference. So if we look at the points table for this tournament again, for the UST MiLC Youth here in 2022, the Dallas Mustangs are currently sitting at first atop the Pacific. It's the Houston Hurricanes in second, but not by much. Only run rate separates East Bay and Houston, and this match will go on to determine, in all practicality, who ends up being in that conference finals. Both teams are 1-1 coming into the day. Both teams with 2 points to their name. Houston currently with a better run rate, so they're sitting at second. Again, East Bay with a run rate that's just under. So here we go. East Bay taking on Houston. Houston's going to go ahead and bat first. Again, they're going to try to get as much as they can off of this wicket. That just has played really nicely and has something in it for both the batsmen and the bowlers. Second match here today, the sixth match on it in just 3 days. So it's been tried and tested, and as you see, it's a little bit gloomy and really windy out there. It's because there are some storms that are scheduled to come in. Actually, they've kind of moved away. This is the peak time at 15% chance of rain. So here we go. East Bay to start things off with the ball. The rain has pushed away here from Prairie View, but you never know. Both teams want to find a way to win today's game, and again, keep yourself in playoff contention. So here we go, East Bay to kick things off. And runs straight away, giving off an extra for the Houston Hurricanes. Again, coming into today, both teams 1-1, second and third on the points table at the moment. Gonna hope that they can find something else. These two teams do have games remaining. Houston will take on St. Louis tomorrow. East Bay takes on Dallas. Again, the winner of this in all practicality would have the upper hand to get to that second spot in this UST Minor League Youth Tournament at Prairie View. This one angled in and just pushed away, so the first legal delivery comes up here. Again, we saw the Morrisville Raptors earlier today put up a big total, 197. Scored 176 on it the day before. We've seen the New Jersey Stallions put up 166 on it. 2 men opening the batting, Danafwasi and Munip Chaudhry. And Samson Bhatti opening the bowling for the East Bay Blazers. As this one just finds a backward point. And a good start here for the East Bay Blazers. Exactly what they wanted to do. Bring some pressure on early. Put it in the right areas on a length. Ball has been doing stuff for the bowlers from there. And just evades that outside edge of Danaf. Gonna get start here from Samson Bhatti. might have heard the name before. It's part of that San Diego Surf Rider setup last season. Part of it this season as well. As this one is pushed down the ground, it's going to be the first runs off the bat for Thanaf. And Thanaf Wasi opening the batting. He's going to bring out Manoop Chaudhary, who's been at the non-strikers end. Someone who scored 94 in the opening weekend of minor league cricket for the Houston Hurricanes. Thanaf Wasi also part of that Houston Hurricanes setup. And Manoop has already made a name for himself and an important piece to that Houston Hurricanes team. We'll get to see his first sense of action today. So straying down the leg side. Going to be a wide there from Samsambati. Again, but you can see the idea. He's trying to hit a length and get an angling in to that right-hander. Let the ball do what it will off of the wicket. And you can see the strong gusts of wind blowing from the left to the right of your screen, then to the leg side. So if you do stray, the wind will be aiding the ball in that direction. Also blowing against the bowler. Never something you want to see as a pace bowler. You hate running up against the wind. Never feel like you can properly get into rhythm. Always feel a step behind, and again the wind getting the bails to come off as well. And again, as a pace bowler, just feel like you're a step off your run up when the wind is blowing into you. Don't feel like you can quite whip through it. Samsambati's dealt with it okay so far. He's kept it in a good area. Just the two wides and the over one started off, the one prior to this. Thanaf Wasi, the under 19 for the Houston Hurricanes, along with Manoop Chaudhary. Samsambati picked as a domestic player for the San Diego Surf Riders. Again, rain scheduled to come in here. Storm is pushed away slightly, so maybe we just catch the edge of it. This one is run down to the man at short third, and they are going to go ahead and get that run. So at the end of the first over, 5 without loss.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
So here we go into the second over now. We're going to see Manoop Chaudhary at the non-strikers end and continue to see Thanaf Wasi. The left arm seamer pushes this one across and is sent away. It's going to be the first boundary of the innings here for the Houston Hurricanes. Just try to push it across, and it was just too far away. Ended up being nice and easy for Thanaf Wasi to rock back on the back foot and just free up his arms and squirt it through the offside. Again, just take a look at this. Pushes it across, and again just allows Thanaf Wasi to free up his hands. No one in the deep on the offside. So once it got through the infield, there's no doubt about it. So Anish come back in to bowl the second delivery. Anish Deshpande, excuse me, pushed in to covers there from Tanafwasi. And you can see that there was an edge, and it looks like it's been put down from the keeper. It's a good delivery that it was just probing at that off stump. Just nipped away a little bit from Tanaf. Finds the outside edge, Anish, but the keeper could not find a way to stick it in his gloves. Again, take a look at this. Good delivery that, again, swinging and just moved away. And in and out of the hands of his wicketkeeper. Didn't stick into the gloves. Dropped opportunity. Good delivery that from Anish. Again, just getting a little extra bounce off the wicket. Just areas where it can happen here in Prairie View. I've seen it on a couple of occasions now where hit a length and the ball could move and do a couple of different things. A good comeback from the initial boundary. This time just one, no run. Oh, that misfield is going to allow it. The two in Munib and Tanaf had elected not to take it, but once they saw the misfield, they fancied their chances. Been a good over this from Anish. And nearly the wicket of Tanafwasi, just off 6. Pushed outside and just driven to that man at short cover. Nowhere to go. That does it. 2 overs gone. 11 without loss.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
Two overs gone here for the Houston Hurricanes. They're currently sitting at 11-0. And again, this game big in terms of the context of the playoffs. The winner of this almost guaranteed that second spot, but at least would make their chances a whole lot better. Seems to be a little bit of a delay here. Not quite sure what the delay is. Again, once we get official word, we'll come back in a bit. Again, the score is 2 overs, 11 without loss.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
And you can see the huddle here with all of the players, or at least majority of them, from the East Bay Blazers. The umpires in there. You see Sushil, former USA captain, coach for the Houston Hurricanes here, and Jagan Namani breaking the huddle now. Maybe some of the confusion has been taken care of. Players seem to be breaking that huddle and coming back. And so it looks like we're going to get play underway here in this third over. You see Munib Chowdhury on strike. Angling it into the right-hander, Samsambati, and able to get one away is Munib Chowdhury. Again, so a score that we're talking about as a good score of this ground. You're thinking anywhere from 160 plus. I think is more than a defendable total on this ground. And again, it's also a chaseable total, I think, 160. So if you're the Houston Hurricanes, I think you want to be in that area. And they've been able to see these games. They've been streamed on the MiLC network, as all the games have been. As this one looks like it's gone through, Tanefwasi, he's bowled him. Look at that angle. He's just playing for the angle to continue back in, and just played the inside of the line. And Tanefwasi has to go. He was dropped earlier, just on 6. This time bowled on 7. It's Samsambati. Gets the first breakthrough for the East Bay Blazers. And look at this delivery here. Just, I think, rushed on to Tanefwasi. It was slow to react to it off of the wicket. Takes off the top of the bails, and that does it. 12 for the loss of 1.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
Welcome back to Prairie View, Texas. And that brings out the new man, that wicket of Tanefwasi. It's Shreyan Satish coming in to bat here for the Hurricanes. He'll be on strike facing Samsambati. This one straying down the leg side, and a gift for Shreyas. He'll get a 4 off his first delivery. That's just far too easy. Any batsman's going to like it. Full and honest pass. It's drifting down the leg side. Again, just take a look at this. Just drifts down, and Satish able to get it all the way to the boundary for 4 runs. So how does Samson Bhatti respond after that? Again, you can see the winds just taking the bails off at the moment. It's gusting very, very hard outside. There's a lot of clouds coming. Again, the storm watch is supposed to end at 2:45. So we're just holding our breath until that moment. This one again, just down the leg side, just able to work it away for 1. Gets off the mark. Gets off strike. Delivery comes in, and again drifting down the leg side. Fine leg inside the ring, but it's going to beat him, and it's going to be another 4. Samson Bhatti, you can't bowl it on anybody. This time it's Munib Chowdhury who gets it and gets it away. 4 more to the name. Munib Chowdhury. Again, just drifting down the leg side. Samson Bhatti, and just tucked around the corner. Helped away for 4. Okay, that's fine. So comes through. Gonna get a single. All right. And that's gonna be the end of 3 overs, 22 for the loss of 1. All right.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
Welcome back here. The 3rd over, 22 runs on the board. And so we've got some guest commentators in the box here. A couple members of the Houston Hurricanes, and I'm joined by Daniel. Daniel, how are you doing today?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Your team's off to a good start. 22 runs on the board, just in 3 overs. And yes, that 1 wicket fall, but you got things going back in that 2nd over of Samson Bhatti.
I think it's pretty important for this partnership to make sure they go to work because these 3 are the main bats.
Yeah, and you saw that edge, another drop there from the wicketkeeper. Again, not able to capitalize on the opportunities Anish Deshpande has been giving him. And Munib Chowdhury this time gets a life on 8. Munib, obviously someone who's played in minor league cricket, scored 94. How important is it for him to get off to a good start?
I think for him, he's the person who brings his team together. So if he scores, the whole team normally gets to a good start. So I think if Munib scores, Hurricanes will be off to a good start. I think it's actually a must-win for both teams. So it'll be a good game to watch.
This one pushed out, and like you said, it is a must-win. Both these 2 teams, 2nd and 3rd in terms of the Pacific Division, 1-1 each team, and the Houston Hurricanes just ahead by run rate, so each team's going to want to get this win here. They both have a game tomorrow, but you get the feeling that whoever wins this one's kind of guaranteed that spot in second, or at least takes that step forward closer to clinching that second spot and into that conference finals, which I'm sure you guys want to play here. It's your home ground at Prairie View. So just tucked into the leg side. A little bit of confusion there. Again, what was the message sent out? We've seen a couple of games on this ground, and batting first, what do you guys think that par score that you're looking for is?
I think on a ground like PV2, especially with winds today, I think at least 180 is a par score, and I think we're going to have to make sure we use the end with the wind, because with really heavy winds and PV2 is a really quick outfield, it'll be really crucial to use those 10 overs.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, the wind is gusting out at the moment.
As we saw today, Dallas had a win, so they're almost secured in the semis, so it's pretty important for one of these teams to make it through.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, Dallas going through that to that semifinal. The Atlantic Division pretty much standard. And then for again, here in this Pacific, we're just waiting to see who is going to win this game. The winner of this game pretty much guarantees their spot. Again, things could change, run rates could happen, but the winner here would feel more than comfortable, like their chances. So you can see good swing on offer, and quick run there, and direct hit might have been the end of Shreyan there, but he's able to survive and get through for that single.
I think pretty great bowling from Anish so far, hitting his lines and lengths consistently with 4 dots to start the third over or fourth over.
And he's been right on the money apart from that first delivery that was squirted away through that offside. He's kept everything full on stumps and just let the ball just move around from there.
See Shreyan on strike.
This one just worked for a single. That's going to do it for the fourth over. 24 for the loss of 1.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
Welcome back to Prairie View, Texas. 4 overs gone, 24 for the loss of 1. Munib Chaudhary and Shreyan Satish, the 2 men in the middle. I'm going to get to see a change in the bowling attack. It's Adnesh Tondale.
He's done pretty good this minor league season so far, so expecting some good bowling from him.
Yeah, important piece for his minor league team. And again, that's the beauty of this tournament. You get to see guys who play in the minor league circuit and maybe not given all the chances in the world get an opportunity to play here and again show what they could do against the best youth players in the country. So we get to see the 5th over started by Adnesh. Adnesh, another member of the San Diego Surf Riders, the under-21 over there, was part of that setup last year as well. Again, one of the few bright spots on a team that's just having a little bit of a rough year, San Diego.
I think there was a pretty good win. San Diego versus Houston Hurricanes, pretty great game, and should be using that momentum to keep pushing.
Yeah,
we do also see Devam Srivastava, who's also a part of the San Diego Surf Riders, play for East Bay today.
As this one comes down the ground, he's put it over the top. Fielders are coming around, but unable to get there. They're going to come back for 2. nearly the wicket they were looking for, but it fell safely in between two fielders in no man's land there from Shreyan Satish. Just trying to take a little bit of the aggression to Adnish, but just unable to connect on that occasion.
Well
This-
bowled.
Very well bowled indeed. Nearly chopped on there by Shreyan. Just kind of angled in on him. Looking to run it down to third man. Just didn't get the room to do it. Got his pad in the way on the way through. Looks like he might be in some pain as well. Maybe that did come off his hand and his glove. Maybe it's a forearm. I'm going to hope he's all right. Seen a delay already today, and just going to hope that Shreyan can continue. You can see him just take the glove off his right hand, and looks like it did come off that forearm, maybe the wrist area, and there's going to be brought some spray again. If you take a look at the replay, this is the previous delivery. Again, looked like it just came off the under part of that backhand of his, and again, never friendly, never a fun experience to get hit flush with that ball.
I think he's going to look to play pretty positively today. He came off yesterday with a really good innings and I think 150 plus strike rate, so hopefully he can keep using that momentum and carry Houston Hurricanes to the win as a skipper.
Yeah, again, here 20 overs to be bowled, and again for the Houston Hurricanes it's a must-win game. For both teams it's a must-win game, and they're going to want their captain to lead from the front and be able to put up a big score alongside Munib Chaudhry, both of whom just a little sluggish at the moment. This time steps out and unable to pull this one away. He was just looking to attack the ball. Knew it was going to be outside that off stump. Just couldn't get it over the way to the leg side.
We've seen Munib, pretty good batsman, but takes a little while to get moving. So normally once he's settled, he'll start going off for the team. But it's just crucial for him to stay until then.
Yeah, Munib Chaudhry just stuck at the non-strikers end for the moment. Back-to-back dot balls and the third dot ball of the over. This one again short. It's called a no ball there, so you're gonna get a free hit for Shreyan. As you mentioned earlier, Daniel, he is he's a very aggressive player, likes to get going, and now he's got the license to do so.
I think this is a pretty important ball for him. If we see a boundary from this, normally his game becomes a lot more positive. So yeah, like to see how he bowls this.
Yeah, Adnish just has to get out of the over at the moment. Again, it's been a good one so far, but this one just releasing the pressure. What does Adnish have in store? It's a good delivery that just rushes on to the bat of Shreyan. Might have come a little bit off his body as well. He's taking a beating. Again, just looking to take that one through the leg side, through square leg. Just that ball jumping up on him, coming on quicker. Could not get anywhere past the pitch.
Considering he's bowling against the wind, pretty good pace for Adnish. Hitting his lengths, hitting that rib area. Looks like Shreyan's getting a bit eager to try to push the run, so see how he takes his approach.
And he goes back down the ground. He's going to find the fielder inside the ring. Good positive approach there from the fielder too. Fires one in, but that's going to do it for that fifth over. 28 for the loss of one.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
So we welcome you back here to Prairie View, Texas, in for the final over of the power play. Usually when we've seen spin be introduced, looks like they're going to continue with the left arm seamer. Anish Deshpande's created 2 opportunities, both of which were put down in his first 2 overs, only giving up 8 runs so far as well. He's been tight, and they're looking to bowl him 3 on the trot.
Pretty hard to see for the East Blazers. One of their crucial spinners, Siddhan, had to come out for Sahil Garg, who's also good with the ball, but may affect this game.
Yeah, again, a must-win game for both sides. You always want to have your best players available and ready to go. Again, they feel like they have the best option in Anish Deshpande. This one pushed out wide, and again, just scored away through the offside. Anytime he's gone that wide, they've made him pay. This time is Manip Chaudhary, it's going to be Shreyan, who just takes this one through the offside, 4 through covers.
Very well played from Shreyan Satish. We see PV2's moving really fast today, so should be in for a good high-scoring game. I think batting first was pretty good for Hurricanes. The pitch looks pretty good for batting, and outfield's coming quick.
Yeah, we saw the Morsel Raptors earlier today put up a score of 197 batting first here on PV2. So Houston, again, I think they'd be looking at anywhere from 160 plus in that range. This one just going to be scored away through third man, and is going to run all the way to the boundary for 4. Intentionally played through that region, and he gets 4 more. Anish Deshpande, it's been the most expensive over so far. 4 more to the Houston Hurricanes.
I think from now we should be seeing Shreyan start accelerating a little. Normally he takes a little momentum from a couple boundaries, and now he should be using those to push his strike rate.
Again, you can see intentionally run down to third man, and that third man fielder very wide, so just had to get away from the man at first slip. Just going to run all the way there. This time makes some room, looking to go over covers. Just couldn't find the ball this time. Just swing and a miss, just past the outside edge.
Manib still trying to get set at the crease, struggling a little. Not set yet.
Yeah, Shreyan has gotten the runs flowing at the moment. Back-to-back 4s before that dot ball for Shreyan.
Yeah, Shreyan's reminding me of like how his younger brother bats. Really aggressive at the crease and showing lots of intent.
This time just runs it down to third man for 1. And put Manip Chaudhary back on strike here in this 6th over. Again, he's been watching a lot, Manip. He's been on 11 deliveries for quite some time. Finally going to get to see some strike here in this 6th over.
I think Manip's going to try to take advantage of this over. Obviously last over at power play, so actually last 2 balls. So I think Manip's going to try to go for these 2 balls.
And this is a good delivery from Anish. Starts much straighter.
Good singles from them. See the fielder's throw lacking a little, quite far from the bowler, but good backup from Adnish Tondel.
Yeah, again, you see that one just kind of squaring up Manip at the moment, looking to just take it to the leg side. Found a leading edge, and
seems like the pitch is playing pretty well today. Obviously, Mangesh is a pretty good ground maker, so he won't disappoint with his grounds.
Grounds have been good so far this week, and again, you can see clear bounce to the wicketkeeper. Good carry there. Good way to end it for the East Bay Blazers. 6 overs gone, 38 for the loss of 1.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
Six overs gone, 38 for the loss of 1. The Houston Hurricanes starting to get a little bit of a partnership going between these two, Manip Chaudhary and Shreyan Satish. 26 from 23 these two, but they're going to want to start to get a move on things here. We saw in the previous over, trying with a couple of boundaries. Going to need more where that came from as Adnesh Tondale comes back into bowl.
Adnesh Tandal with a pretty good first over, 4 off it. So see how he carries his momentum. Pretty good first ball. Dot ball straight back to him.
Yeah, again, just going into the block hole. He's been angling it in to the batsman all day long today. And again, nothing changing for Munib Chaudhry.
We do have Sushil Nadkarni coaching Houston Hurricanes, who normally looks into pretty positive batting approaches. Big Daddy himself was the USA highest run scorer. So
yeah, former captain of the USA team, Sushil, and current board member for the USA. This one is going to be cut away and just going to find the fielder at third man.
Seeing some pretty good bowling from Adnesh. A little more width on that one, so I think he'll try to limit that.
Yeah, against the angle he creates back into the right-hander, that's let him be so effective today. Again, only giving up 5 runs so far, and when you're starting it around 5th stump, it just makes it all the more difficult.
We do see one of Hurricanes' crucial players, Nadkarni, sitting out today. Obviously, he has a lot of pace, so I think it was a big miss for him, and he's probably like one of the quickest bowlers in America, so big miss.
Yeah, again, Houston Hurricanes going to need a must-win today, and we'll see what they can do. Muster up with the ball right now. What can they muster up with the bat? Letting the runs flow at the moment. Just pushing it around for 1s and 2s and getting exactly what you need at this type of a ground. PV2, we've seen when the boundaries aren't flowing, as long as you get 1s and 2s, you keep yourself in the game. And at Purview, where the wicket sometimes does something different, always important to take singles when you can. Good delivery that into the block hole, whipped away into the leg side for 1.
Pretty interested so far. Aman, do you think it's going in Houston's favor so far, or East Bay?
Yeah, no, I think the game at this stage is pretty balanced. I think East Bay would be happy with taking that initial wicket. They'd love to see one more, and I think Houston now, they started to find a rhythm, a way to score runs. So I think for East Bay, this stage of the match, they want to go and get that second wicket and just break this pair, break the rhythm.
A bit confusion there, directing. Oh.
A bit of confusion there. Direct hit could have done something. It looked like he was safely home nonetheless. Again, Adnesh, he's had a good over so far. He's just kept things nice and tight, made things difficult. But for the Houston Hurricanes, the positive coming out, you're getting those singles off every single delivery, which is so important here at Prairie View.
Adnesh continuing to bowl pretty well. Seems like he's controlling his lines and lengths. Oh, yeah,
This one full. Big appeal. Was there bat involved? I think that might have been the only question. Was he outside the line? The umpire was unmoved there. Again, just take a look at this. He went full straight into the Yorkers. Always going to angle in. He's come down the track, and he looks in line with the stumps. Maybe there was bat on it. Again, not much of an appeal for him or anybody else. That ends the 7th over, 43 for the loss of 1.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
Welcome back. 8th over here in Prairie View. And a little bit of a partnership brewing. 30 runs in between the two of these, Shreyan and Munib. And we're going to get to see a change in bowling. Spin being brought on an over later than usual. A couple overs later than usual, actually. We see it tend to be brought on around that 6th over, but they've brought in Zakiullah
We saw they were playing a bit tentative on the pace, so I'm quite curious to see how they're gonna take the spin.
Yeah, we've seen there be a lot of spin on offer, and Sultani's going to look to take advantage of it. Again, there's turn on offer. You hit the right spots. You got to keep it slower through the air, though. Don't want to be too quick. Again, from that kind of pace, you're not going to see
Whoa, pretty
a
close.
lot of spin. That could have been a run out. Direct hit, he was clearly gone. Was definitely not in. But he misses. And again, Sultani not happy with that. Again, just take a look. Fires it in quick, and it's just pushed. And a little bit of a delayed start from both ends. And again, that direct hit was clearly gone for Shreyan Satish. Excuse me, for Manip Chaudhary. Would have been walking his way to the dugout. Instead survives. This one run to third man. A little bit of a misfield allows them to get an easy single. Again, I would like to see Sultani slow things down in the air. Let the ball catch some revs. And we've seen the ball get a lot of turn and bounce once it's been slow in the air and you let it hit the wicket.
I think things like those direct hit not being hit are like pretty crucial in this tournament. Obviously, we do see some pretty big players playing, like Sanjay Stanley and lots of former USA U19 players. So pretty important to make sure they hold on to their catches.
This one a drag down is whipped into the leg side. Has he beat the fielder? He has. There's going to be 4 runs there for Shreyan. That's far too easy for any bat. And for Shreyan Satish, who's looked so good today, it's just going to be far too easy. Got onto the back foot quickly. Sends it away for 4.
Not the best start so far for Zakiullah. Let's see how he comes back at it.
And you could just see just a complete drag down there. And Shreyan got back on the back foot quickly. Moves it away through mid-wicket. 4 runs there. And again, those are the kind of deliveries you need to take advantage of. How does Sultani respond? Again, moves a fielder into square leg. Still quick. This time it's on stumps. Not enough time for Shreyan to drop back. But again, I would love to see Sultani just give some more flight on it. Slow it down. Use the wicket. And let the ball turn.
I think you'd like to see some dots start flowing in. Well bowled there. Look.
Big appeal, still appealing. And the umpire was unmoved straight away. You saw Shreyan move well across his stumps. Was he outside the line of off? Let's just take a second look at it here. Again, Sultani looked like it was the googly as well. No, that one just might have strained up. It looked pretty good from here. I think the umpire might have missed a decision here. Again, I think he just was undone by the movement early from Shreyan.
I think that'll be pretty big for East Bay Blazers. This wicket is pretty...
Well, never mind. It's not going to be much of a mistake. Shreyan has to go the very next delivery. What's the saying in sports? Ball don't lie. And that time, the ball found the stumps, and Shreyan has to go just one ball after maybe being wrongly given not out. He has to go to end that 8th over.
Shreyan is not going to be happy with that. Obviously, he's a pretty big player. He plays lots of good games, like Burhani games at ESA and stuff. So, I've seen lots of runs come out of him from stuff like that. So, not good to see. We see Mahir coming into bat. Keeper, batsman. He seems to anchor the innings a lot. So, I think he'll be rotating to Manip and letting Manip carry on playing his innings.
Well, there you go. 8 overs gone. 50 for the loss of 2.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
Oh, so you could be playing this?
Here we go. 8 overs gone. 50 for the loss of 2. That wicket of Shreyan Satish falling in that previous over.
Interesting to see how Mahir will play today. Well, yesterday he did get a golden duck, so would like to see how he takes his approach after that. Pretty consolidator at the crease, so love to see how he plays. Currently in college, hasn't got a lot of practice recently, so Interesting to see how he's gonna come at it.
Yeah, again, he just needs to look to keep the runs flowing, and same thing with Munib, who again has gotten off to a little bit of a sluggish start, but he's known for that. We know he can make it up later. Just waiting to see when that flip will switch for Munib Chowdhury.
Munib's got a pretty good start so far this tournament, but hasn't been able to wrap them up. I think today will be pretty good for him if he can come back at it strong. We see Samson Butsy coming into bowl, another San Diego player, so some good chemistry on the team.
Yeah, they've elected to go with the third over of the right arm pacer. Again, they've used 3 overs of the left armor as well, so they just have 2 overs left between them. We'll be interested to see when they use those. As this one again, that angle back in, it's just been really good from both Adnesh and Samson. They've both been really good at angling the balls in and keeping it right at stumps, making it hard to really score. Again, it's Munib Chowdhury on strike. He's played that dot ball and he's played 18 deliveries so far.
Well bowled from Samson off the bat to third man. Is that padded?
Yeah, it looked like it was bat from this angle. Again, it's just looking to kind of play it through that offside and caught the outer part of it. And just runs all the way to third man for once. We'll get to see our first look at Mihir Cherukolapalli.
Interesting to see. Hurricanes haven't really been looking for scoring options with the winds. Been playing the same on both ends, so would have expected more opening up on the ends.
The wind blowing into the leg side of the right-hander. And just looking to run this one down inside the circle. And again, it's been really tight stuff here from East Bay to start off proceedings. Haven't really allowed those scoring shots to be had. We've seen a couple of drift down the leg side, but other than that, everything has been really earned and worked for by Houston. Nothing easy coming. Just credits the East Bay Blazers bowling attack to understanding the wicket, understanding the plan, and executing on what they've set out to do.
See how Munib approaches this ball. Trying to play to the leg side. Big appeal. Umpire doesn't budge once again.
Yeah, again, just moving across the line there and maybe the impact happening outside of the off stump. We'll take another look at it. Again, you can see Samson coming into bowl. The angle's always coming back in. Again, from this angle, you can't really tell which stump that's hit, but the umpire felt unmoved. And so we're just going to bring out Mihir onto strike.
Samson bowling pretty well so far. Mihir obviously new to the crease, so
Goes full, goes straight, and all he could do is find short cover. Again, it's just been good bowling here from Samson. Not giving away any of those boundaries. Had 2 that drifted down the leg side earlier, but other than that, he's been pretty spot on.
East Bay have done a pretty good job containing them so far. 8.5 overs with only 53 for the loss of 2, so good to see for East Bay Blazers. And Hurricanes seem like they have a pretty deep batting lineup today. Would love to see how the sloggers come in at the end and approach hitting with the winds.
This one tucked into the leg side for 1. That's going to do it for 9 overs, and at the end of 9 overs, 54 for the loss of 2.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
9 overs gone, 54 for the loss of 2, and it's going to bring back Sakyuli Sutani.
Saw a big wicket from him last over. Love to see how he continues his momentum. Mihir looking like he's trying to hit into the highway. If I was those cars, I'd watch out for him.
Yeah, again, the highway that passes Prairie View 2. Part of the reason why the wind blows so strongly in this ground specifically.
Yeah, when Mihir comes into bat, we normally see cars driving faster because scared they didn't gonna get hit. Well bowled from him, misfielded. Single to long off.
Yeah, again, these two just got to find ways to continue to rotate. And again, for Sultani, I'd love to just see him throw one in there that's a little bit slower and just give it a little bit more flight. Let's see the turn that this wicket has to offer. The sixth match here in just 3 days. And you can see that one doesn't find the pitch, and it's been worked into the offside for one.
We do see they're bringing another porta potty past the ground, so good sight for us to see.
And a good running here from the Houston Hurricanes. Good to see. They run two there. They push the fielder.
We have seen the one and only Mangesh did set up turf nets at PV, so I think the Hurricanes players been getting lots of practice on there, and seems to be they're getting used to the wickets.
This one just run down to third man. Not sure what the appeal is for.
I think he's appealing for like hit wicket or something. I'm not even sure.
Again, definitely did not come off the pad. It's definitely off the bat. Maybe taking the page out of that England playbook when they took DRS and it hit the middle of the bat in that test match against New Zealand. It was one of the strangest decisions to take DRS, and again, that appeal felt fairly similar. This one quicker in pace and just hit into the offside. Didn't elect to throw it.
I think Munib's going to have to start getting more aggressive with it. So Munib's been in for 23 balls and it's at 21. So would love to see him start being a bit more aggressive.
Yeah, and we know how quickly he can get going, how quickly he can flip the script. Just ask the Dallas Mustangs in week 1 of minor league. Scored a quick fire 24 against them. Had this one fallen short of the man at point, was it a drop chance? I think it did fall short of him. Again, nearly the wicket they were looking for.
We did see a pretty close game this morning between the other Bay Area team, Silicon Valley and Dallas Mustangs. Ali Sheikh hit 30 in and over, and yet the Dallas Mustangs were only able to score a total of around, I think, 106. So pretty interesting game there, and we'd love to see how these teams have learned from that and try to stay in and build their innings.
Well, heads up running from those two to get a single off that last delivery. 10 overs gone, 61 for the loss of 2.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
Welcome back to the Prairie View Cricket Complex. 10 overs gone, 61 for the loss of 2. Daniel's taking a step out of the booth, and he's going to be replaced by Sam. Sam, how you doing today?
Pretty good. Excited to see some good quality cricket and watching Hurricanes versus East Bay Blazers having a good fight right now.
Yeah, the game pretty balanced at the moment. You would have to say East Bay right now is just slightly ahead just because they're keeping the reins on the Houston Hurricanes, but we know the script can flip so quickly. Just a couple of big overs changes the game, and that's all T20 is. It's just 2 overs, and the whole game can rewrite itself.
Yeah, that's the thing with T20. The game momentum can shift any moment in the game. It only takes 1 or 2 overs for the game to completely switch sides.
Yeah, and we'll get to see more pace here from the East Bay Blazers, not using as much spin, just the one spinner being used, and Zakiullah Sultani.
Yeah, and with this tournament, it's been looking like spin has been a big factor, but East Bay Blazers is not using as much spin as we thought.
Yeah, in the tournament and on this ground especially, we saw Ansharai for the most Raptors just a couple of days, just yesterday, take 2 wickets, 2 big wickets. We saw some real turn from the spinners today on both sides of the Raptors and the New Jersey Stallions.
Yeah, the pitch is really rewarding to spinners, getting good turn, and yeah.
And they've gone to Arnav Iyer. He's the man with the ball in hand. He's going to come in to bowl some medium pace for the East Bay Blazers. Again, angling it back into the right-hander, and good quick single taken from the Houston Hurricanes. Heads up running from those two.
I like to see lots of quick singles during the Hurricanes innings so far. which is good to see.
Yeah, absolutely good to see. Again, you know that the good bad balls have been hard to come by. They've been hard to put away. So anytime you get the opportunity to score runs, you have to take advantage of it. And it's going to be Munib Chaudhry back on strike. Moves a long way across the stumps and well adjusted there from Arnav Iyer. Just pulled the length back and kept it onto the body of Munib, not allowing him to free his arms.
Well bowled there. You see East Bay Blazers bowling really tight here.
And again, it's not easy to just get going straight away. And so if you're the Houston Hurricanes, you don't want to just throw your wicket away at this stage. But you know you got to up the ante at some point. Don't want to sit around 120. This time Munib gets onto one. Has he got all of it? Don't think he has, but it's going to fall short of any fielder. A second time we've seen that today. A shot into the leg side. Fall between in no man's land. And Munib Chaudhry, again, not quite getting that one. Hit it with the wind as well. It's just not able to get the boundary ropes.
Yeah, looks like a mishit there. Hitting with the wind as well. We know Munib has the power to send it a long ways, but hasn't been able to show it off yet.
And a good start to the over here for Arnav Iyer. He's just been smart with the way he's bowling. Hasn't tried to do too much. Just kept it consistent with the line and length and everything angling back into Munib. Munib, you sense that he knows that he has to go. And this one just worked into the offside. Going to get one run from it and bring, excuse me, they're not going to get any runs from that one. Again, good work here from the East Bay Blazers.
Tight bowling and fielding here from East Bay, not giving any loose deliveries, any misfields to the Hurricanes, apart from the drop catches from the keeper.
Yeah, really the only blemish on the mark of the East Bay Blazers. This one cut away and
straight to point.
Straight to point. Just nowhere to go for the Houston Hurricanes and Munib Chaudhry. Everything, they're just playing into the hands of the East Bay Blazers at the moment.
East Bay Blazers starting to get a little bit of upper hand here in the second half of this innings.
And this time, Munib Chaudhry gets onto this one. You can hear the excitement from the man next to me. And that one's going to go all the way over the rope for 6. The first one of the day for Munib. A huge shot to end that 11th over. A definite huge strike into the crowd. And that'll do it for 11 over 70 for the loss of 2.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
Eleven overs gone, 70 for the loss of 2. We've seen Munib Chaudhry try to take things into second gear. Failed to the first time on that in that over, but the second time it was so pure, straight back into the crowd for 6. So again, the Houston Hurricanes feel as if they need to take things into second gear and are taking matters into their own hands. Just getting a drink of water. Still a very hot Texas day here in Prairie View. Even with the cloud cover, the humidity is still brutal out there. The heat index says it feels like 104, while the raw temperature might be 95. Again, 104 is what it feels like, and again, these guys have been playing for the previous 2 days, and it's third consecutive day with matches.
Playing in this heat must bring a huge toll to these players, and playing for 5 days in a row, some days with multiple matches, it's got to be tiring and lots of endurance needed.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to get to see left arm orthodox being brought into the attack for the East Bay Blazers. Our second sign of spin. First one since Sultani came in and bowled his 2 overs. You can see if spin can slow down this Houston Hurricanes batting lineup.
Short and wide, cut straight to point. Great catch by the point fielder.
Phenomenal catch by the man at point. It was low to the ground. Mihir's going to feel it. He's gone in a pretty soft way. And Kush Balala, who comes in, his first delivery leads to the wicket, leads to the 3rd wicket for the East Bay Blazers. Again, short, wide, and just kind of sliced that. If you take a look here, just dug it in. It was short. It spun away, and a sharp catch taken low to the ground there, backward point. And the 3rd wicket goes for the Houston Hurricanes. This time, it's Mihir.
And we say Rith Hinje coming into bat. It's his first game of this season, this tournament so far. See what probably has a lot of fire in his belly. Looking to prove something to the team.
Yeah, Rith Hinje comes into bowl here. The Houston Hurricanes, the first ball of the 12th over. They're 70 for the loss of 3.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
Welcome back here. Again, we're in the 12th over. We just saw the wicket, the 3rd wicket for the East Bay Blazers. They claim number 3, and it brings out Rith Hinje. And as Sam was telling us earlier, his first match here of the tournament. Straight away cuts this one through cover. Going to find sweeper off the mark. Straight away and runs straight away for Rith.
Well played there, just coming back in across and cutting it for an easy one.
And you can see turn here for Kush. Again, from ball 1, where that ball turned quite a bit. And it's because of just the pace in which he's bowling. He's giving some loop on it, slowing things down. And it's letting the ball kind of dig into the surface. This time uses his feet. Munib gets to the pitch of the ball. Gets it on the full. Just going to find it for 1, and a little bit of a miss happening out there in the deep. Going to allow them to scamper on back for a double.
Good running there by Rith, calling for the 2 early. As soon as he sees that misfield, he's off to get the 2nd.
Yeah, again, exactly what you need here at Prairie View. You need to take advantage of every opportunity you can. We've seen the boundaries don't come easy. So anytime you have the opportunity to get a single or a double, you want to take the most and make the most of that opportunity. This one just worked away into the leg side. Just going to get 1. Again, a fumble. They're going to come back for 2. No. Reith sends them back. Maybe a good call there. It was picked up quite comfortably after the initial bobble.
Especially in these T20 games, you have to convert these 1s into 2s and 2s into 3s. Which really helps bring out the big scores.
So flied it up on stumps. Nowhere for Reith to go except back to Kush. Who again has been really good from the get-go, getting that early wicket.
Especially with the ball turning away to the righty, it makes it a lot more difficult to play.
This one just on middle stump, and good active work there from the bowler. That does it for the 12th over. 74 for the loss of 3.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
12 overs gone, 74 for the loss of 3. And we're going to see the continuation of Arnav Iyer coming in here for the 13th. Again, a new man in the middle is Preet Hinge, and Munib Chaudhary's moved to 32 from 30.
Interesting to see how Rith plays today. Actually, first game so far in this tournament, so need to make sure they start pushing their run rate. Hurricanes are batting a bit slow so far, so I think par is around at least 160, so would love to see how they catch up.
Yeah, Daniel joining me back here in the commentary box, and he's spot on there, 160. That's what we've seen as par here. It's a score that is chaseable and score that is defendable, so exactly what you're looking for. Can they find a way to get there? The Houston Hurricanes, at this point, the projected score 123. A couple boundaries will change that, however.
Oh,
And there's one hand off of the bat, but it doesn't matter. That one's all the way over. A good effort. Has he stepped out? This was a really good effort out in the deep. My goodness, I thought he got clear of it straight away.
Really?
It is deemed 6 there. Really good effort along the boundary. Again, take a look.
Really great to see from the fielder at long on. He actually ended up catching it, but unluckily fell out the boundary. Pretty amazing fielding to see.
Again, takes the catch there. There definitely was a foot down before he released it back on. It's superb effort there. But Munib Chaudhary,
Fielding like this will win them the game, so good to see from the fielder at long on. Unfortunately, still 6 though.
this time pull the length back. Adnesh Tondale.
It's been pretty consistent, hitting that a little short of length on the ribs, and Munib Chaudhary doing a good job tucking it away, rotating strike. Ritz, probably good time to start looking out for options and opening up. We do have 4 more balls on the end with the wind, so.
Yeah, again, the wind blowing into the leg side for the right hander to the left, to the right of your screen. Blowing from left to right of your screen, blowing into the comm box here. Just able to work it into the leg side for one. Again, it's not easy to come in straight away and hit the big shots.
Ritz sees Munib's batting pretty well, so he's doing a good job rotating, getting him on strike. Good middle over batting so far, but would love to see some more shots.
And I think Munib is going to deliver them. Again, we've seen it in the previous 2 overs of pace. He's gone after the bowlers in that same long on region, and anything full he is going to latch onto.
We can see now Munib starting to open up. Goes for a big one there, trying to push for 2, and they do push for 2. Oh, misfield, and it's backed up. Only 2 off it.
Yeah, again, you can see the intent here from Munib Chaudhary. He wants to go down the ground that time. Just finding the inner half of the bat. Good work along the boundary to keep it to just 2. A little bit of a mix-up, but ends up no harm, no foul.
I think we're going to see some big batting from Munib right now. It's pretty crucial for the fielders to hold on to their catches, because normally around this period he starts to go off.
Here we go. He's moved into the 40s now from just 33 deliveries. And again, he's shown the intent straight away. What does he have in store here? And just pushed into the offside for 1. Again, good bowling that from Adnesh. Pulled the length back, kept it on top of stumps.
Adnesh doing a great job, staying pretty consistent, not giving width for the batsman to slash at anything, forcing them to play straight, and I think he's hoping for a catch to pop up anytime soon.
Yeah, he's just waiting for that false shot from one of these 2, but neither have played it quite yet. 1 ball to go here in the 13th. A good over this for the Houston Hurricanes. Make it 11-run over. Exactly what they needed at this stage of the game. Love to cap it off with a boundary. Gonna squeeze this one through the offside. It's just going to be 1 to sweep or cover. That's going to do it. 13 overs gone. 86 for the loss of 3.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
We did see last weekend in the men's minor league game, East Bay Blazers versus Golden State Grizzlies. Must wins for both of them. 20 off the last over scored by Nawaz Khan and Rusty Theron. So pretty good cricket there, and although the men's team is coming from a loss, I think they're hoping to bring spirits back up in the youth. Get a win here.
Yeah, it was real phenomenal stuff, and the return of Rusty Theron to that side really propelled them to that win. And again, you see the Houston Hurricanes here, 86 for the loss of 3 after 13, and they're just going to be looking to try to up the ante now. At the moment, it was a big over in the last, got 12 runs from it.
Looks like we're going to see a lot more minor league players now playing, or a lot more big players start playing. Like players like Rusty Theron and Juskrin are all back, so love to see how they do in the remaining games. Houston Hurricanes are actually missing on one of their bigger strike bowlers, Ali Khan, who is out from an injury.
Yeah, and those USA players, while they were back this past weekend and will be back for one more weekend, they'll be off to Scotland starting August 1st for that CW2 League 2 series there, looking for ODI World Cup status to be able to get to India in 2023. So we'll see one more weekend of those USA players before they are headed off to Scotland. That'll include the likes of Nash Kenjige and obviously Jaskran Malhotra, Rusty Theron, as it is going to continue to be Kush Balala.
Quick single, straight to the fielder. A well ran from Rithenge and Manib Chowdhury. Would love to see the work they're going to put in starting now.
Again, Manib on 42 here. He's on strike, and again, he's taken after the pace bowlers, but spinner's not quite as easy to hit. But he's come down the track, and there's aerial for a moment. Well stopped there at covers.
Well done from the fielder, Adnesh Tundal. Looks like it dropped to right short of him. Maybe a little bit more of a dive effort and could have been taken, but would have been a phenomenal catch.
It would have been a phenomenal catch had he taken it, but Manib gets a dot ball, stays on strike, but again, you can see the aggressive nature in him at the moment. This time it's short, it's cut away, sweeper cover is there. They're just going to keep that 1-1.
We see pretty great fielding so far from East Bay Blazers, cutting off the doubles. Other than a couple of mishaps at the beginning from the keeper, pretty well kept right now, and fielders are doing pretty well. Kush Balala keeping it consistent and bowling pretty well.
This one angled in, and he tried to pull it underneath, but all they could do, pull it straight back to Kush Balala.
Shorter ball. Would have been better if he got a boundary from that, but did miss out.
Again, the ball just rushing on him. We've seen that happen on occasion here at Prairie View. This one just pushed into the offside for one. Again, good running from those two.
Manib Chowdhury on 43 off 36. Love to see him hit his first 50 of the UST tournament.
And there's a shot back down the ground. Has he got all of it? No, he has not. Fielder there and won't miss out. And that's going to be the end of Manib. A big catch out there in the deep. He can't capitalize on the start he got off to. And the big bat for the Houston Hurricanes has to go.
We do see that is the third one he's tried to go for long on. First two were 6, but they were with the wind. So I think Manib may have forgot he's hitting against the wind. And good catch to the long on fielder.
Yeah, good work. Was close to the rope all the way through, and you see clearly inside, and that's going to be the end. It brings up the 4th wicket and the end of the 14th over. 14 overs gone, 89 for the loss of 4.
Pretty good innings from Manib Chowdhury. Love to see how the finishers come in and finish it.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
Ron Bagani come into the crease. See Ron Bagani come into the crease. Pretty slow batsman actually, so interesting to see how he plays.
Yeah, again, both these guys relatively new to the middle. Reithringe has only played 8 deliveries, scored just 5 runs from him. You can see the positive nature of his innings, though. But again, that big wicket of Munib Chaudhary just takes that pressure and that big hitter out of the middle. Now you got to start back with 2 fresh faces. Again, 89 runs on the board, a projected score of 127. Want to get that up to 150 at the minimum. 160 is what we're saying is a par score here. We've seen it be chased and seen it be defended.
We do see Samson Butty come in again, bowling pretty good, hitting his lines and lengths.
Here he comes back in, and this one just drifting down the leg side, but fine leg on this occasion is in place and is able to collect it. Not able to just maneuver that one around was Ryan.
Shorter ball down the leg. Missed out on that one, although it is his first ball. So
Again, we've seen 2 fours in that same general direction off a similar type of delivery earlier on from Shreyan. That's really his first 2 deliveries of the innings.
a lot of the Hurricanes batsmen today have got some pretty decent starts, but struggle to convert those 30s and 40s to 50s and 80s and bigger scores.
Yeah, again, we saw Munib Chaudhary just a minute ago, dismissed on 43. I guess a big loss there, a big blow. He's just looking to get things going, start to pick up the scoring rate. Things just start to simmer back down with his wicket. East Bay going to be through with what they've put out so far.
Swings big, swing and miss.
And again, a third straight dot ball, exactly what East Bay wanted, that big swing and miss. You could see Ryan just trying to do something there as he just hadn't found success staying in his crease, so made some room for himself, comes down the track and unable to get bat on ball.
See East Bay are bowling pretty well, keeping their extras to a low. Ryan Bagani swings big, should race away for 4 at the deep point. Oh,
It's just
well
going to be
stopped.
kept to 2 there again. Didn't really quite get on it, just the outer part of the bat, just slicing at it, just finding any way to get the ball from the keeper. Again, here's been a tight over from Sambati. Just the first runs coming from this 4th over of his, and they've elected to go with him now rather than later.
The Hurricanes have had to work really hard for their runs. Only 4 extras given to them, so lots of runs they've had to hit off the bat. And
This time it goes straight back down the ground, and it's straight to the fielder. Not going to drop that one. Great catch there at long off. Looks like the same fielder who took the catch for Munib Chaudhary. Makes another sharp catch out there. Ryan, who looked to be struggling, his brief stay at the crease comes to an end.
great catch from the fielder there. Ryan was obviously 3 dots, so or 2 dots and a double, but looked like he was really trying to push at that last one and got to the wrong fielder's hands.
I just found the fielder there, and there's still a delivery to go here in the 15th. 91 for the loss of 5.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
One ball left here in the 15th over. 91 runs on the board, but 5 wickets down. And it brings out the vice captain, Prathir Mehta, who you might have heard him commentate games for the Houston Hurricanes this past weekend right here at Prairie View.
Prathir Mehta, pretty good leg spinner and slogger at the death. We do see him, his appearance on Chicago Tigers, so love to see how he does for Houston Hurricanes.
Yeah, member of that Chicago Tigers setup. Hasn't really seen much action, though, with Chicago. Gonna get to show the teams all over the country what he's able to do now, but it's Reithringe on strike. Again, still 5 off of 8. And make that 6 runs to the name, and could it get run out here? No. He sends wisely Prathir back, and that's going to do it. 15 overs gone, 93 for the loss of 5.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
$15 overs gone, 92 for the loss of 5. And it's going to be Kush Balala coming back into bowl this 16th. Going to be bowling it to Rinj. And this one again, turn on offer straight away, sent back by Prathir.
Rit's playing pretty tentative so far. Would love to see him play a bit more solid and find his gaps.
Yeah, again, these you just got to make sure they don't just soak up dot balls. We saw a flurry of them in the previous over. Got to make sure they at least get 1s and 2s. This one pushed away through the offside. Going to at least get 1. I think there's just going to be 1. So we'll get to see our first look at Prathir Mehta today.
Interesting to see Prathir Mehta coming into the crease. Would like to see how he approaches the different ends. Obviously, one end is more favorable for his batting, as he normally tries to play on the leg side.
And the wind blowing right now from the right to the left of your screen into the offside. And just slices this one through the offside. They're going to try and push for 2, and they elect not to. Again, good work here from the East Bay Blazers.
Great fielding on the outfield so far. We can see the batsmen have looked for many 2s, but only got with 1s. Pretty impressed with the East Bay Blazers, and love to see the outcome of this game.
Again, it's all East Bay at the moment. You keep the Houston Hurricanes under a score of 130. Feel very confident in your ability to score that. This one, again, just going to be at 1 out to sweep recover.
Aman, in your opinion, do you think the pitch is working better for the Pacers or the Spinners so far?
I think we've seen a bit of both. You know, I think for the Pacers, you've seen good carry and good bounce on it. And for the Spinners, there has been those areas where there has been spin. You know, I don't think there's one that's been more favorable than the other. I think when each side is following the plan, hitting the right areas, it works in everyone's favor. Again, there's some wickets that you see where it's really just a spinning wicket and pitchers really have to work, and I don't think this is one of them. While the ball is turning, again, you're seeing good stuff here for the Pacers as well. You get areas with more bounce as well.
Seems like Hurricanes are really enjoying Prathir Mehta playing. Some big news from him that he's actually moving to Germany next month. So, actually hamburger. You know, I'm more of a pizza guy, but love to see if he can continue with his cricket journey over there.
Well, that does it for the 16th over. 96 for the loss of 5.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
$16 overs gone here, 96 runs on the board, and it's Adnesh Dondale back into bowl. Again, the Houston Hurricanes, they've got to put some impetus back into this innings and start to hit some big shots.
Last 4 overs, so really important for Houston Hurricanes to get some big shots. Singles every ball and a boundary would really help out their score. Pretty far below par right now.
Yeah, the current run rate 6.0 flat. The projected score 120. You want to be anywhere above 150, and 150 you would feel like you're on the lower end of the spectrum. This one dug into the wicket and just skirted away through the leg side. Again, like you said, they're going to need those singles, but that one boundary needs to be coupled in every single over. Again, something commentators say a lot, could you get a boundary every over? Well, not a lot of teams score in that facet, but the Houston Hurricanes are going to have to try.
Adnesh Tundale bowling pretty great. Coming into Ritenge this ball. Rit's actually 8 off 12 right now, so would love to see him open up.
He tries to open up through the leg side, nowhere to go, and Berthier was interested in the single early. Rit was not. It's going to be a dot ball, and a much valued dot ball for the East Bay Blazers.
Big swing from Ritenge. Berthier looks pretty eager to get on strike, so would love to see if Rit's going to continue trying to go for it or just rotate strike and see what Berthier Mehta can do.
Yeah, again, it looks like he is trying to open things up and just send balls to the boundary, use the wind into the leg side, but so far just unable to do it. Again, this wind moving from the left to the right of your screen. This one, another big swing, and this time a big miss. Again, you can see, like you said, Daniel, he's looking to take it through the leg side, just nowhere to go for him.
Really struggling at the crease so far. Maybe he could try a different aspect or different.
Yeah, again, I think that's what Berthier is just saying to him. Maybe try something different. Maybe just stroke one into the offside. Let me try to take them on if you're not finding flow at the moment. Again, you just don't want to soak up dot balls. Another big swing, and you can see a little bit of extra bounce that time.
Ritenge looking pretty annoyed now. Seems like he really is trying to connect on these, but nothing's working for him so far.
Again, you can take a look here. He's gone onto the front foot quickly, trying to take it back down the ground. But from that spot, the ball has just jumped, and I was talking about that just a little bit ago. There is definitely something in this wicket for the pace bowlers. A couple of extra spots, just a couple of extra bounce, and always something that is useful for a pace bowler, and you saw it on display right there. 3 dots building to this delivery. Comes down the track, able to get it through, but just for one. Again, still a very good over here for the East Bay Blazers. Just 2 runs from the first 5 deliveries.
Looks like a pretty fair pitch today. Coming well for the spinners, and bowlers are seaming the ball pretty well on the pitch. It's also sticking up onto the bat a little for the batsmen, but seems like they're struggling a little to connect. Adnesh Tundale is now coming in for the last ball of the over to Berthier Mehta. Wondering to see if he's going to go for a single or go for a big one.
Well, tried the big one, just unable to get onto it, and that's going to do it for the 17th over. 98 for the loss of 5.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
So if we come back into this 17th over, again, just been so sharp. Have the East Bay Blazers, haven't allowed the Houston Hurricanes to get any type of flow. And the continuous spin from one end is going to be Kush Bilala to bowl out. 3 overs, 11 runs, 2 wickets. Again, the pick of the bowlers today so far.
We know Berthier is a pretty good spin player, but according to Berthier, Rit actually struggles playing spin, so would love to see his take on this over. Wondering to see if he goes for a single or a big one.
At some point, the big ones have to come out. It's down the leg side, just able to work it in there. And they're just going to get one from this one, but probably the bat they want on strike at the moment. As you said, Daniel, Berthier, a better player of spin. So he's going to get to see Kush Bilala straight up, and probably Berthier's only opportunity to play spin for his time in the middle. Can he take advantage?
Kush Bilala, great spell so far. Only given 12 in or 11 in the first 2 overs with 2 wickets, so great contribution from him.
Well, that's a full toss. It's heaved into the leg side. 1 bounce, and it's over the top of the fielder out there. Again, not much you could have done with that delivery. That one's going to go all the way for 4, and Berthier Mehta gets himself going.
captain does not look happy with that fielding. As we can see in the replay, overruns it a little and seems pretty disappointed with that fielding.
Well, that ball just kind of jumped on the fielder deep mid wicket. I do feel for him. We've seen a lot of those deliveries just kind of hit the outfield and jump pretty high, and that seemed to go over the top of his outstretched arm. Again, I don't know if he could have done much better than what he had. We got to find a way to pitch the ball here. Gush does, and it's wide, and all he can hope to do here, Pratir, is just get it to short cover.
It's a pretty good ball to score some runs off. Gave some width, a little short of length. Would have loved to see Pratir slash at that, maybe
Just
get a boundary.
Just an extra turn doing him in. This time again, a little closer to Stump's chance of a run out. Clean pickup would have been the end of it hinge, but instead he's going to get an opportunity to get back on strike.
Hurricanes have done a good job calling between the crease. Lots of good singles today, and East Bay haven't been able to get that one direct hit or clean pickup to make one of these batsmen sit back in the dugout.
So on the front foot, comes out, and again, no need to throw that one. They look pretty good on that occasion, just kind of a button run situation. Trying not to get bogged down in the singles, in the dot balls, and with that initial boundary, those singles become more and more valuable.
Interesting to see Hurricane sending Rith a little later. Normally opener number 3 batsman, so it looks like he's really struggling out there in the death. Into Pratir Mehta, single to long on. Well played.
And that's going to do it. 18 overs gone. 106 for the loss of 5.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
These two batsmen actually have played in the same league before. One of the best leagues in Houston, Texas, TCCL. Pretty great league, and interesting to see them coming together again. Pratir Mehta and Rithing were pretty much the dominators of TCCL. A really interesting and amazing league.
Well, here we go. We're going to get to see both of them on display, and they're going to need to start dominating the East Bay Blazers if the Houston Hurricanes hope to get to a score of 130. Again, 160 out of the question, 150 out of the question. Now you're just talking about 130, if that. And again, a big change needs to take place for them to get to that point in time.
Pratir Mehta batting pretty decent so far. Run a ball. Would like to see him play at 150 strike rate.
We're just going to find the inside half of the bat there and worked away for one. Again, good bowling this from the East Bay Blazers. Haven't given the Houston Hurricanes anything. Again, this is a do-or-die match for both teams. East Bay Blazers at the moment outside looking in on the Houston Hurricanes.
Yeah, pretty good day for cricket today, and would like to have seen some more runs out the crease.
Angled in, is hit up in the air. Has he got all of it? I don't think he has. Yes, he has. Never mind. The fielder, a good effort, but he got all of it. He was just standing in his crease there. Reith hinge and finally gets one away. He picks one up from Manish, the member of the Golden State Grizzlies in minor league cricket. This one gets to the middle of the bat of Reith hinge, and he sends it all the way down the track for 6.
Great shot from him. I think he really needed that to start his momentum to come. See Arya Kananta picking up the ball. Actually sitting out today. So interesting choice of decisions. I think the opener struggled a bit and should have put up a bigger score for the top order, for the tail enders and everyone. One of Dusty actually did not do his job today, so.
So when Duggan Short has hit the top edge of the bat and a very soft dismissal. Has that come off the bat? It looked like, to me, it came off of the bat. Apparently it hadn't come off the bat, maybe off of the legs of Reith hinge. Again, just take a look at this.
Looks like it came off top of his pad, but
Again, I have no idea where that one came off of. It looked to me like bat, but the umpire was very quick to say it was the pad. The keeper wasn't interested in it either, so they get one off the leg buys.
It's pretty interesting calls from the umpires so far. We saw Shreyan Satish was really plumb.
Well, this
A
one is
big
gone, and Prathir Mehta latches on. We talk about him being a big striker of the ball. That one just sat up, and he puts it all the way away for 6.
Yeah, as I was saying, umpires pretty surprising calls today. Shreyan Satish had a pretty plumb wicket, but yeah.
Well, there's nothing that was strange about this shot here. Again, just sat up, and we knew it was going for 6 all the way through. So again, now an opportunity to get to 130 here for the Houston Hurricanes after 2 6s in the over. One of the biggest overs of the day here for the Hurricanes, coming here in the 19th.
Great shot from Prathir there. We do see vice captain going to work, and unluckily captain wasn't able to finish his job. We'll see how his bowling does. Obviously, he's a slow pacer. You can maybe use his swing and use that slow bowling to tempt the batsman.
We go 2 balls left in the over. 14 runs coming from the first 4. Again, the biggest over we've seen all day long here for the Houston Hurricanes, and exactly what they needed at this point in time. Would have loved a couple of these earlier, but they'll take it. Better late than never. So here we go. Prathir Mehta just off the heels of a 6. How does Anish Deshpande respond? Slower ball. Well worked to the offside, but again, good delivery that and good fielding from the East Bay Blazers.
Prathir Mehta, really seasoned player, so like to see him start pushing the runs. He's pretty big slogger and can bowl some really good leggies and flight it up. Fortunately, in minor league, he struggled a little, gave a couple no balls, but big swings from Prathir today.
Yeah, this one just down the ground. Going to be 1 run to end the 19th over. At the end of 19, 121 for the loss of 5.
Hi, this is Pranoti Nadkarni with Master Strokes Cricket Americas. I would like to thank UST Minor League Youth Tournament for having our team Houston Hurricanes. Go Hurricanes!
Thank you to our sponsors, Hoodoo E-Raiders, Texas Skywalkers, and Houston Hurricanes, and to our training facilities, Creek Base and Prairie View Cricket Complex.
Welcome back here to Prairie View, Texas at the Prairie View Cricket Complex. We're here for the matchup between the Houston Hurricanes and the East Bay Blazers. 19 overs gone, 121 on the board, and continuing with spin here are the East Bay Blazers. You normally don't see this, 2 spinners operating in the death, but they've gone to Zakiullah Sultani.
Pretty interesting decision to bring spinner in the very last over of the game. Would love to see Prathir capitalize on this over, as I think this TCCL performances he has gave him lots of confidence to go big on this over, and hopefully we can see that. Ritz starting to catch up on his strike rate. This over, if it's, I think, 135, and Hurricanes with a good bowling performance can defend.
Yeah, so here we go. Prathir just able to pull this one into the leg side. They're going to push for 2, but it's just going to be 1. So going to be Heath Hinge in the middle. Again, a good start here for Zakiullah. Again, he's made for this situation with the way he bowls. He's quick through the air. Again, in the death, you don't want to just lob it up and dare the batsman to hit. That's a middle over type of bowling for him here. It's all about keeping it quick, keeping it on stumps, not letting the batsman get a feel for it.
Prathir looks a bit agitated. Some shots, missing out on some balls. So I think Ritz going to have to capitalize on the last 5 balls. Hopefully we can see a couple boundaries this over.
Well, the Houston Hurricanes will need it if they want to get to that score of 130. He lofted up. Has he got onto all of it? It looks like he has. No, he hasn't. He's picked the fielder out. No mistake, and he's well inside the rope. Another catch of that man out in the deep. And Heathridge, it's been a struggle to get 17 runs on the board, and his struggle, it comes to an end here in the 20th.
Really great fielding by the East Bay Blazers. As you can see, Ritz goes for a really big shot here. Fielder has to run quite a distance and takes a good catch.
Yeah, good hands here for the East Bay Blazers. They've been so good all day. This one opted offered a little bit more flight than I was expecting from Sultani, but that'll do it. It gets the wicket, 122 for the loss of 6.
We see Aryan Satish, the brother of Shreyan Satish, coming in. In my opinion, he's more of the batsman in the family, so would love to see him perform in the last 4 balls.
He'll get his start at the non-strikers end, as it'll be Pratir Mehta showing that and practicing that reverse sweep, that switch hit, and we'll see if he opts to deploy it. We've seen it be deployed in the first matchup today. And he's just whipped this one through the offside to the short cover fielder for 1. And you see Sultani just saying, don't throw, don't throw. Just 1 is fine, 1 is 1.
Really great fielding from them. Interesting to see how Aryan Satish goes. Former Houston Blazers player, now moved on to the MS Houston Hurricanes, so he's a big boy now, and hopefully he can hit some big boy shots, you know.
Let's see what he has in store for Sultani. And just runs it into the leg side for 1 and gets Pratir on strike. And for Aryan, might not the easiest wicket to get away, get shots going straight away. So he's going to send it over to his more experienced vice captain, who's been in the middle for 15 deliveries now, has seen a couple of deliveries, and a good player of spin. Let him try to take those big risks.
Surprised to not see Aryan play his helicopter shot. That's like signature shot. So let's see what Pratir has. Big swing.
It's gone straight up in the air. Has he got all of it? He has. He's got 2 straight there. Has Pratir straight as you like. And that's 6 all the way down the ground. And Sultani not happy with himself there. Just offered a little bit too much flight. Slowed this one down. And Pratir latches on.
Great shot from Pratir, bringing up the 130 mark. I think last ball, boundary, and Houston with some good bowling can defend it. Seems to be. Would love to see a close game today, as this is a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, again, that takes Houston to 130 on the dot. Again, you still feel like you're short a couple of runs here. 160 is what we're talking about as the par score, and at the very best, they'll be at 136. Can Pratir get them to 136? Again, a good shot there down the ground for 6 runs. If you're Sultani, think he's looking for anything full that he can just kind of hit straight back, or maybe reverse sweep, anything slow. I would go a little bit quicker if you're Sultani. Bowl that stock ball on a length. Let him try to pull you and do something from there. Haven't seen many shots off of that length. Let's see what Pratir has in store.
Oh,
Gets one
big
back down the ground. Has he got all of it? No, he hasn't. It's going to be the end. That same fielder, that same man with the safest hands on the East Bay Blazers, it seems like. It's a dot ball to end it, a wicket to end it, and 130 is what you're going to end up with if you're the Houston Hurricanes. Again, just take a look at this wicket.
We've seen big shots from Pratir, and that fielder has been pretty safe today. That was his 3rd catch of the day, so unlucky from Pratir. I think if that was a 6, would have helped them out a lot, but
yeah, if we look at the batting scorecard, you saw Tanafonsi, he goes quickly, 7 off 10, and Munib Chaudhry and Shreyan Satish, they had a good partnership, 43 from 37 for Munib and 25 from 22 from Shreyan. Mihir just gone for 5. Preet Hinge 17 from 21. Ryan Bagani just kind of troubled stay, 2 off of 5. Pratir Mehta 25 from 17, and Aryan Satish played 1 delivery, got 1 run off of it. If we move on to that bowling scorecard, again, you can see the East Bay Blazers just incomplete control. Samson Badi, 4 overs, 23 runs, 2 wickets to the name. You also have 3 wickets for Zaki Ullah Sultani, 3 overs, 23 runs, and 2 wickets for Kush Balala, 4 overs, 19 runs. Again, Anish Deshpande bowled well, had 2 drop catches. Adesh Toldani bowled well, and so did Arnav Iyer. It's been a dominating performance in the first for the East Bay Blazers. You can take a look at the boundaries.
yeah, I think Anish Deshpande actually bowled really well. Although on stats it doesn't look the best, but we see Adnesh Tondel coming and Munib falling short. Oh, never mind. Let's see.
Yeah, you can see the boundaries here again for the Houston Hurricanes. Some big shots down the ground, but you can also see the wickets falling as well. Again, some good catches along the boundary here. See some of these big strikes, and this is another one of those wickets. Just try to go down the ground, and all he could do is pick out that same fielder.
Pretty great catch right there. Didn't really carry too far, but got there. And
again, this one was firmly struck off the bat of Preet Hinge. Goes over the top of that fielder, taking good effort. And then Pratir Mehta, he didn't miss out on anything short either. Got onto that one, sent it all the way over cow corner for 6. Brilliant shot that was to get some runs into the Houston Hurricanes. And that does it for the first innings. After 20 overs, the Houston Hurricanes, they're 130. When the East Bay Blazers will need 131 to get the win. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here at Prairie View Ground number 2 to see who can get the win in this must-win matchup in the Pacific Conference.
At UST, we approach problems a little differently, with humility, humanity, and integrity, which means we can build without boundaries. We can be nimble and determined, bridging the gap between big ideas and a better future, unlocking the power of technology and creating an impact that lasts. We're engineers and architects, designers and technologists. We co-create with the world's best companies, helping them conquer their toughest business challenges. Born Digital, we embed innovation, agility, and resiliency into everything our clients do. Reach into our toolbox to craft game-changing strategies that drive transformation, break free of convention, and break new ground across the world. We not only transform business, we transform the lives of the people and communities they reach, aspiring to touch 3 billion lives in the process. Because together, we build for boundless impact.
welcome back here to the Prairie View Cricket Complex here in lovely Prairie View, Texas, where we are witnessing the clash between the East Bay Blazers and the Houston Hurricanes. The Houston Hurricanes only managed a score of 130 in their first innings, so the East Bay Blazers have a relatively lower total to chase here at this ground that has seen scores of 160 plus through most of the days. I'm Owen Patel here. I'm joined by none other than Daniel, who is with me for most of the first innings. Daniel, what are your thoughts here going into the second innings?
I think 130 is a pretty low score on this ground, so we're going to have to see some really good bowling today. We see Laksh Parekh opening the bowling against the wind. He actually played minor league last year and got a lot of wickets in a season. At one point was highest wicket taker, so we'd love to see him pick up a couple in the opening spell.
Yeah, absolutely. Remember that Lone Star Athletic squad, and I'm part of the team with Nate Hayes that call the emerging player of the week, and Laksh Parekh was a name we were always talking about every single week just because of the massive haul of wickets he had last season, and again dealing with some injuries this year, hasn't been able to get into full rhythm yet, but he's going to have the ball here opening it up for the Houston Hurricanes.
Haven't seen him open the bowling that often, so would love to see his approach with the new ball. I've seen a lot of cutters from him, but interested to see what he's going to do in the opening overs.
Yeah, start seam up, swing on offer, but it's a touched over pitch, and it's going to be too easy. That's 4 runs all the way down the ground for Sahil Garg. Goes all along the carpet. 4 runs to get the runs going for the East Bay Blazers.
Really good shot from Sahil Garg there. Great start. Starting really positive, and that's what they're going to need to carry on to the victory.
Yeah, again, just over pitch there from Laksh Parekh. Needs to pull that length back. Like you said, more accustomed to bowling in the middle overs, especially in minor league cricket. Use of the cutters and slower ones and deliveries like that. This situation is bowling seam up, trying to let it swing.
We see he has a deep mid and long on, so interesting to see what line he's going to bowl.
And this one, another one down the ground, and it's 4 more. Might have been a misfield inside the ring as well. And he's going to go for 4. Dream start for the East Bay Blazers. Look at this shot. 4 runs straight back down the ground.
Really great shot there. Straight back down the ground, and what a start for the team.
Yeah, Siddhartha Menon has hit these 2 boundaries, and you can see that deep mid wicket come in, and looks like they're going to send out that long off.
Should see pretty full bowling from Laksh Parekh with this field. Hopefully he can get back on top of his lines and lengths and start controlling them.
Yeah, he's just got to pull that length back a little bit. Again, he's getting good swing with the ball. We've seen it consistently, the left armer swinging it here. But he's just too full. It's just too easy with that length. You pull that length back and you can create some problems. And that is a better delivery. Did pull that length back, and Siddharth's not able to play a flowing drive there. Just able to push it down to the man at mid-off.
Really well bowled from Laksh there. Good comeback so far. I'd love to see a couple more dots in this over.
Yeah, again, that's what the Houston Hurricanes are going to need. They're going to need wickets early and often, and they're going to need string of dot balls to build pressure. Again, just 130 on the board for them. So relatively low score on this ground, and again full, and it's just pushed away. Should just be 1 out to long on. Didn't quite get onto that one, Siddharth. And we're going to get to see our first look at Sahil Garg.
Pretty low full toss there. Well bowled for his field. Love to see how Sahil Garg bats. We did see the mishaps with Sahil Garg and Siddhant Senthil, so team should be expecting good innings from Sahil Garg.
And again, saw the runs flow at the other end. So doesn't have to do anything too fancy for these last 2 deliveries, as again a bail flies off due to the wind. The wind's still gusting from the left to the right of your screen, blowing into the leg side of the right-hander. So again, doesn't have to take on too much pressure here, Sahil, as you saw the first 2 deliveries go for 8 runs, already 9 runs in the over. Just need a little bit over 6 runs, so they're well ahead of the run rate.
Well bowled from Laksh Fuller, and played straight to shore mid.
Yeah, that one in the block hole, nowhere to go for Sahil Garg except for the man at short mid wicket. And again for Laksh, if you're gonna go full, you got to go to that Yorker length, and if You missed that Yorker length. You got to be ready to deal with the consequences, or just pull that length back a touch. I'd like to see him start just full of good length and let the ball nip around from there. We've seen a lot of wickets with deliveries on that areas.
Into
Go.
Sahil Garg. Well bowled, wider of the crease. Umpire does not give a wide.
And that's going to do it. 1 over gone, 9 without loss.
Yeah,
Hi, this is Pranoti Nadkarni with Master Strokes Cricket Americas. I would like to thank UST Minor League Youth Tournament for having our team Houston Hurricanes. Go Hurricanes!
Thank you to our sponsors, Kudu B Raiders, Texas Skywalkers, and Houston Hurricanes, and to our training facilities, Creek Base and Prairie View Cricket Complex.
we see Ryan Begani come into the attack. Didn't have a great day batting today. I would love to see him fix it with the ball. He has one slip, so third man and sweeper out. So gonna see that offside line.
Yeah, again, going to try to make up for the woes with the bat. Try to take wickets early here with the ball. See if we can get some swing as well. Yeah, good ball to start that one off. Right in the channel. You saw the big, luscious attempted drive there from Siddharth. Just unable to get any bat on ball.
Well bowled from Ryan. Good, always a good start. Always good to have a dot to start your overs.
Yeah, again, just trying to build a couple of dots, build some pressure, and then take that early wicket. Can get as many of them as possible. Only 130 on the board.
Interesting to see Siddharth going at it from the very first ball of his over. Another dot. No overthrow.
Yeah, again, that time pulled the length back. Ryan seemed to surprise Siddharth, and Siddharth seems to be on the front foot very early, so might be a ploy now to just try to keep him on the back foot and keep him from just getting onto that front foot and playing those drives, keep him pulling and try to take it over the top that way. Interested to see the tactics here from the Houston Hurricanes, and this one trailing down the leg side, able to get a quick single off, so we're good to get to see Sahil Garg now on strike.
Would like to see a fuller length from Ryan. That one a little short of length, but on his legs, and they get away with a leg by.
And again, we've seen the balls do a lot from this area, and I don't mind him being on a length here. Albeit on Bolasetti taking wickets on a length and back of a length, and most of the Raptors, a lot of their bowlers did. And just like that, on a length, and the ball just nipping around at the moment. Just angling it in, pushing it back out, and it's hard to play right now.
Well bowled from Ryan. I think it's pretty crucial to pick up one or at least 2 wickets in the power play, because I feel like if the overs go out to the 20th, the win will be favored for East Bay Blazers.
Again, if East Bay holds on to the wickets, there's plenty of time to score those runs. There's the pull shot, and he's just going to find the man inside the circle. Again, this is good stuff here from Ryan and the Houston Hurricanes. Building that pressure up. You still got to score plenty of runs. You still got to make sure you get those singles. And right now, it's just dot ball after dot ball for the East Bay Blazers.
Siddharth Menon came into the crease with a pretty aggressive attack. Sahil Garg also looks to be pretty aggressive, and
this one just slapped back down the ground. Just going to find the man in mid-off, and they are going to go and get that quick single to end the second over. A good over this from Ryan, just 2 from it. 2 overs gone, 11 without loss.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
Lux Park coming in for the second over. Wasn't the best first over from him, 10 off it, but would love to see a comeback from him.
Yeah, just got to pull his length back here in the UST Minor League Youth Tournament here of 2022, where we see the East Bay Blazers taking on the Houston Hurricanes. And just got to pull that length back. He's just getting too full and giving some width to Siddhartha Menon early. He's got Sahil Garg now. Good delivery that, and again, nowhere to go for Sahil Garg. A big vicious wipe at it. Only finds the fielder inside the ring.
Well fielded from Josh. Standing at covers, preventing the single. See him continuing with the long on, long off field, so we are expecting those fuller balls, and I think we should see some catches in the deep.
This one is out in the deep. There's no sweeper cover. That's a lovely shot there from Sahil. He got to the pitch of the ball and got under it. Gets it over the top for 4 runs.
Really great shot from Sahil there. Got his foot to the pitch and made use of a pretty good ball.
Yeah, again, good delivery that. Good shot that. And that delivery just giving Sahil the license and the freedom to throw his arms around.
We see with Luck, she does have a long on, long off field, so for him to be bowling with doesn't seem like the greatest idea.
And now he's going to come around the wicket here, Luksh. Just the last couple, he's just pushing him well too wide. You're going to see if the change of angle can change the result here. We'll see what he has in store for Sahil Garg over the wicket. Around the wicket, angled in. Sits straight back, and again, that long off fielder is there after the onslaught in the first over. And we'll get to see Siddhartha Menon back on strike.
For Lone Star Athletics, Lux has been a pretty crucial wicket taker, so more of a wicket bowler, so would love to see a couple wickets today and help out the Hurricanes to their second victory.
We'll see if he can get a wicket here. Siddhartha Menon, a full toss, just pushed down the ground. Gonna be no run there. Got a hand to it, Lux. Able to keep it away from going to long off.
Lux struggling a little with his lengths today. Bit too full on the last delivery.
It's been a good comeback since that initial 4. Giving up 1 run from the next 2 deliveries, and again that required run rate back to 6.6 after that sharp over from Ryan.
Well,
and that one, he's chopped it on. He's got to go. Siddhartha Menon just tried to play it late. It was too close to stumps. The change of angle works. That ball coming back into the right-hander, and Siddhartha Menon, after an initial flurry, he's got to go.
Really well bowled from Lux there. Great wicket. Chopped on. Unlucky for Siddharth. We saw he had a really good start with 8 off 2 and ended with 9 off 9, I believe.
Yeah, ends with a 9 from 9, and again has to go there. Good wicket there. 16 for the loss of 1 after 2.5.
Hi, this is Pranoti Nadkarni with Master Strokes Cricket Americas. I would like to thank UST Minor League Youth Tournament for having our team Houston Hurricanes. Go Hurricanes!
Thank you to our sponsors, Kudu B Raiders, Texas Skywalkers, and Houston Hurricanes, and to our training facilities, Creek Base and Prairie View Cricket Complex.
So here we are back into this third over. 1 ball to go. Just saw the wicket there from Lux Parekh, taking his first of the day in the form of Siddhartha Menon.
We see Ruhan Swar come into the crease. Pretty crucial batsman for East Bay Blazers. I think if Hurricanes get a good 2 or 3 more wickets next 3 or 4 overs, the game is really in their favor.
Yeah, again, they have to take those wickets. Not a lot of runs on the board, and Lux is going to be bowling to a left-hander now, and again that change of angle to the righty work just didn't allow Siddharth to get that room that was given earlier on in his overs. This one was well too close to stumps to run down.
Pretty good comeback from Lux. After 10 off the first over, only 4 in the next 5 balls with a wicket.
Yeah, again, exactly what you're looking for after that boundary in the over. You get the wicket of Siddharth Menon, but again, you can't just get comfortable. You have to take 2 of these in quick succession. You can take a couple of wickets quickly. Again, just put the pressure back on East Bay at the moment. They still just need 6 runs and over. Coming down the track, a big appeal for LBW, but unmoved is the umpire. That does it. 3 overs gone, 16 for the loss of 1.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
In we come here for the 4th over in the Prairie View Cricket Complex. The Houston Hurricanes got the big wicket of Siddharth Menon in the previous over, brought out Samson Bhatti, and they're going to turn to their young left-arm orthodox. Looks like it's going to be Josh Saripalla coming in to the attack to bowl.
It's Pranav Bhattad actually coming into the attack.
Excuse me.
Quite interesting to see a change of bowling after a 1-run over. So would love to see how Pranav comes into the crease.
Excuse me, it is Pranav, but coming into bowl. It's been a long couple of days, folks, so I apologize for getting one wrong. And here we go. It's going to be bowling into Sahil Garg. We're going to start to get a little bit of flow, hit a 4, and maybe just because his liking of the pace of Lux Park, but again, with a 1-run over, you'd have to imagine it'd be hard to take the ball out of Ryan's hands. But they've gone spin early. As this one's whipped into the leg side. Going to be 1.
Pushing for 2, and they do go for the second. And
they get it. Good running here from East Bay. Again, they understood that the boundaries aren't going to come with great ease, so you got to find ways to convert 1s to 2s, and they did so right there.
Sahil Garg now facing spin. Tried to play pretty aggressive on the pacer, and would love to see if he's going to continue on with the spinner.
This one lofted up. It's worked into the offside. Well played. There is no sweeper cover. That one's going to run all along the carpet for 4 runs. Got to the pitch of the ball. It was lofted up, and Sahil Garg all along the carpet for 4 more.
Really well played from Sahil there. Executed that shot really well and raced away for 4 through sweeper covers.
Yeah, again, there's no chance for any fielders, giving him too much width. And that's just going to be easy pickings for Sahil Garg. Good use of the feet. 4 more. Moves the total to 22 now here in the 4th over. This one just maneuvered into the leg side. And just going to settle for 1 again. Hits a boundary, gets off strike. Just smart batting here from Sahil Garg.
Sampson's still new to the crease. Lefty batting now, so love to see Pranav's approach to Sampson.
Yeah, Samson Bhatti. He's only played 1 delivery so far, and he's a left-hander too. It's probably the matchup you want. Why you brought in a right arm off spinner to come and bowl, because you have the lefty here in the middle. See if you can take his wicket, get him hitting against the turn. The wind is blowing in that direction to his leg side as well. So just trying to entice them to hit through the leg side. A deep mid-wicket fielder there. Be interesting to see what the plan is here for Pranav Butt.
Pretty good start for the East Bay Blazers so far. Other than the 1 wicket, doing pretty well. Tap to backwards point and a misfield.
They're going to allow them to come back for a single and get Sahil Garg on strike. And again, like, what you can't have happen if you are the Houston Hurricanes, not a lot of runs on the board. You can't afford these misfields.
Pranav Butt had a bit of expensive over so far, but a wicket would for sure make up for it.
Yeah, Sahil Garg just coming down the track that time and again pulled the length back, and all he could do was punch it away to mid-off.
Really well bowled from Pranav Butt there.
This time a drag down, it's cut away, but just to the man at backward point, nowhere to go. 4 overs gone, 24 for the loss of 1.
Hi, this is Pranoti Nadkarni with Master Strokes Cricket Americas. I would like to thank UST Minor League Youth Tournament for having our team Houston Hurricanes. Go Hurricanes!
Thank you to our sponsors, Kudu B Raiders, Texas Skywalkers, and Houston Hurricanes, and to our training facilities, Creek Base and Prairie View Cricket Complex.
So here we go, 5th over now, a change in the commentary box. Sam is back in here as Daniel just steps away for a moment. Sam, 24 for 1 after 4. How do you think about the start for the East Bay Blazers?
Looking like a steady start other than the wicket. If the Hurricanes want a chance here, they're going to have to pick off a couple early wickets and really contain the runs with the low total here, especially on this ground. Great batting pitch, quick outfield. Runs are easy coming here.
Yeah, again, you just don't want to give that width and allow the batsmen to free their hands through. It's Laksh into Samsambati. Laksh picking up some momentum in that previous over. And right on top of stumps, and quick running this from the 2 East Bay Blazers to get a single away.
Well bowled there. You can see he's still getting a bit of swing with a 4-over-old ball now.
Yeah, good work here for Laksh Barak. You can see him again getting that swing, cramping the batsman up for room. And that was the key for him getting that initial wicket of Siddharth Menon. Surprised he's going to stay over the wicket. No, he is going to change and go around the wicket to the right-hander. Again, what he was able to do, just kind of cramp up the batsman, not allow them to free their arms, and got Siddharth to chop one back onto the stumps. Full and straight.
Well bowled there. Oh.
Full and straight once again, and it's hit straight to the fielder there at point.
Well fielded by Munib, I believe, at point. Good hands there. Ball coming quick to him.
Yeah, again, you're gonna need all your fielders and all your best fielders in all the most critical positions. Gonna need them to ideally stop every single run and stop certain boundaries because you don't have all of these runs to spare. Big slog across the line, but all they could do, find short mid-wicket.
Well fielded by Ryan there, short mid-wicket. Looking for a big one there. Laksh off to a good start this over.
Yeah, good start for Laksh indeed. Again, just cramping up Sahil Garg, not letting him play free through any line. Not letting him free up his arms. And just 1 run from the first 3 deliveries. Comes down the track and nearly bowled. It's come off the foot of the wicketkeeper. Allowed them to scamper away for a bye. Laksh initially thought he had the wicket. Saw that ball go completely through Sahil Garg. Take a look.
Take a look at that replay. Barely missing the off stump. Laksh disappointed there, but great bowling by him so far in this over.
Yeah, I think he's just found out where he wants to bowl. He's gone a couple Yorker length deliveries and then pulled the length back, going on a length. And again, that's where I think he's going to have the most success, on a length. just that in-between area. The batsman not sure whether to come back or go forward, and you've seen some nip off of that area as well.
Yeah, exactly. Bowling at that guessing length, not whether sure to go front or back. That's the best length he can bowl here.
Coming down the track here, Samson Bhatti, and just pushes it away from backward point. Going to get one. Again, Bhatti, I think, understands that you don't need a lot. You just need to keep the runs rotating, keep the singles moving, and take advantage of the bad ball that's bowled.
Yeah, exactly. With these low score totals, that's all you need. Run a ball and one or two boundaries, and that's it. So Hurricanes need to be really, really tight here if they want a chance.
Yeah, let's see what Laksh has in store for the final delivery of the 5th over, final delivery of his 3rd over, and just missing his run-up. So we're just going to have to build the anticipation a little bit more. Again, a good power play for both sides. For East Bay, you'd have to say they haven't lost too many wickets. They've put up some runs, and for Houston, they got the initial breakthrough. They'd just be hoping to get one more in the power play and really put East Bay on the back foot.
Yeah, that would be ideal for the Hurricanes to get at least one more wicket here in the power play.
Go last delivery of the 5th. Short, wide, and he's just cracked this one away. No sweeper cover. Fielder's giving chase, but it won't matter. Save your legs. 4 more to the name of Sahil Garg. 4 more to the East Bay Blazers. Not the way you want that over to end.
Great way to end over for the East Bay, but not for the Hurricanes as much.
Again, just short, wide, far too easy for Sahil Garg. He's made you pay for anything with width, and that does it. 5 overs gone. 31 for the loss of 1.
Hi, this is Pranoti Nadkarni with Master Strokes Cricket Americas. I would like to thank UST Minor League Youth Tournament for having our team Houston Hurricanes. Go Hurricanes!
Thank you to our sponsors, Kudu Raiders, Texas Skywalkers, and Houston Hurricanes, and to our training facilities, Creek Base and Prairie View Cricket Complex.
5 overs up here in Prairie View, Texas. The East Bay Blazers, they're 31 for 1. They need another 100 runs from the next 15. You'd have to say they're in front of the match at the moment. And we're going to get to see another over of the off spinner here for the Houston Hurricanes.
Branov has been really excellent during this whole tournament so far in the previous 2 games. Been bowling tight line and length and crucial middle overs for Hurricanes, which we're going to want to see from him here today.
Yeah, again, they've gone to the off spinner with the left-handed Samson Bhatti in the middle. Again, trying to turn the ball away with the wind blowing in the direction to the leg side of the left-hander. Just trying to tempt him to swing across the line and maybe pop one up to deep mid-wicket out there.
Yeah, that's probably the plan for him. Oh, looks like a change in bowling. Left arm offie coming in now, Josh. They're going to stop with Branov, the offie, and bring on a left arm orthodox.
Yeah, this left arm orthodox plays for the Lone Star Athletics in minor league cricket. Part of that setup there, and was part of that heartbreaking loss against Houston Hurricanes just on Sunday.
Yeah.
It bowled that final over, needed 6 from it, got a wicket off the first ball, and then 6 from the next. So again, an up and down over, but he's been given a lot of confidence from the minor league team and the Houston Hurricanes youth team. They have a lot of confidence in him as well.
We've seen him take the new ball in the first 2 games here. This is the first time he's come in after the opening spell.
He's got 1 over of power play to work with. Spinning it back into the left-hander. That one spins down the leg side, and it is called wide there from the umpire.
Getting a good bit of turn here with this wicket. It's going to be useful for the spinners, and Hurricanes have a lot of good spinners on this squad.
Lofted up again and finds an outside edge and is going to go all the way to the rope. That's 4 more off the edge of Samson Bhatti. It's a moral win for Josh Saripalla, but without runs on the board, just becomes a win for the East Bay Blazers. You could see him just poking at it, Samson Bhatti, and no slip in play. Keeper not going to be able to react to that quick enough. Runs all the way along the carpet for 4 runs.
That's really well bowled by Josh. Hard luck there. Really tight line and length there, but fortunately gets the outside edge for 4.
How does he back that one up? Samson makes some room and unable to get onto it. Josh just squeezed it away from him. His smart bowling, spotted the movement early, just pushed it away. This one quicker on that occasion, looking to take a big swing across the leg side, but it's deemed wide. 2 extras already in the over here from Josh Adipala. Just got to start on that off stump. There's a lot of turn on offer. That one outside the off stump, hits straight. It's hit straight back. Has he got all of it?
Out there.
Yeah, takes the catch. No doubt about it there. We've seen great catching from the East Bay Blazers, and this time it's Ryan with the hands out there in the deep, and that is the end of Samson Bhatti. And again, you can see him just trying to take it down the ground and go against the wind. Couldn't find it. And all he could do is find the hands of Ryan. That's going to do it. 37 for the loss of 2 now, are the Spade Blazers.
We saw this in the Hurricanes inning as well. Hitting against the wind resulted in a couple catches down there in the deep. And exactly what happens to the East Bay Blazers here. Against the wind, caught on the boundary. There was really no need for that. They're going well above run a ball. They just need right around run a ball to secure the win here.
Yeah, Josh is sliding it up, tempting him to go for the big one. And Samson obliging and just falling it right into the hands of Samson Bhatti. And again, now going to have to rebuild a partnership, Sahil Garg with a new man. They'll come into the middle. Again, 37 for the loss of 2 now after 5.3.
Josh bowling smart here. He knows they need wickets to win this game because the runs are not there. So he's flighting it up, tempting the batsman to hit against the wind, which obviously resulted in a wicket. And I think that's what he's going to continue to do throughout his spell.
Yeah, it's going to be Ruhan Swar coming in to bowl. Coming in to bat. He'll be at the striker's end, it looks like. That's one did not cross. Again, 3 deliveries left in the over. That initial wicket, huge there for the Houston Hurricanes. Needed that second wicket in the power play. They turn to their strike bowler, and they get it from him.
New batsman, Ruhan Swar. Let's see what he has to offer for the Blazers here and see how he can come back after that wicket.
This one nice and straight and nowhere to go for Ruhan. Again, Josh, he's such a smart bowler. He senses that's the new bat, so he's just going to keep it nice and tight. Not going to give him anything free. And let him hit from that area. But, again, just really smart, adjusting his line of length. This one, again, flighted up. And, it looks like it's gone under everything. Maybe a bit of an inside edge. It's going to allow them to get 1 run from it.
Good chase there by, looks like the 12th man came into field, Aaron.
And that'll bring Sahil Garg into the middle and on to strike. And there's the big sweep, and he's just going to work it into the leg side for 1 as there is a deep mid-wicket. And that's going to do it for the power play. An eventful one at that, 39 for the loss of 2.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
Back here in the 7th over. 6 overs bowled, 39 for the loss of 2. Looks like they're going to go back to Ryan, who just bowled 1 over previous to this one. Gave up just 1 run, so he's coming back in for a second. and takes a
Oh.
wicket straight away. Goes through goes through Sahil Garg. He has to go, and exactly what the Houston Hurricanes needed. They needed another wicket, and they get it straight away, this time from the bowling of Ryan.
Amazing bowling there by Ryan. Gets it straight through him, through the gates. Had no chance there. Going for a big slog there.
Again, you can see it here. There's angle back into the right-hander. Just trying to clear the leg and swing big. And knew it straight away, Ryan. Saw all three stumps. The ball takes out all three stumps. And Sahil Garg has to go, and it's going to bring out Nihal Desai. And at the end of 6.1, 39 for the loss of 3.
The Hurricane strike bowlers, Ryan and Josh, doing really well, doing their jobs. Amazing right now. Ryan getting a big breakthrough with our opening batsman, Sahil, who was looking really, really well. But unfortunate for the Blazers, Big Fish is gone.
Yeah, he has to go. And again, he got off to a little bit of a start there, 18 from 19. But Ryan, he's been all over the East Bay Blazers, and he's going to want a couple of more. It brings out Nihal Desai to come into bat for the East Bay Blazers. 39 for 3 now, needing 92 for the next 13.5 with 7 wickets. Still plenty of time to score those runs, but the wickets falling at this rate, not going to have the bats to do it.
I think this was close to an ideal start for the Hurricanes here, getting quick wickets, 3 almost in all the power play, but runs leaking a little bit. But I think they can come back here.
Yeah, again, if they can put the pressure on these two, force a couple of dot balls, you can always create that wicket-taking chance. Nearly once more.
Well bowled there, beats him to the keeper.
Yeah, he's bowling really well there, Ryan. Just beating the outside edge that time. And again, he's just giving up 1 run. He's been so good so far. Just keeping things nice and simple, making the batsman do something different.
Getting good carry, Ryan, even from against the wind. He's getting amazing carry, get some good pace on the ball, giving the batsman some trouble.
Slip comes into play. And this one just feathers through. I don't think there was an edge on it, but another good delivery that just nipped away from Nihal Desai, but he's going to be gifted a chance to get off strike. Going to be awarded byes there from the umpire.
A little bit of sloppy keeping there. Hurricanes don't have much room for error right here. There's not a big margin of error here. They need to stay really tight if they want to still be in this game with the low total.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, just 91 runs left to get for the East Bay Blazers, so you wouldn't say it's a big score left to chase. But can you just build that pressure? Steps down the track, slide appeal. It just came off the legs. I think it might have been drifting down, definitely high as well. But again, good tight stuff here from Ryan. Still's only giving up 1 run here. As you take a look at the replay of this previous delivery. Again, sliding down the leg stump and probably high as well. You can see the umpire straight away saying sliding down. But again, sharp bowling here from Ryan. And this one nowhere to go for Ruhan. Just been all over him at the moment. Just 1 run he's given up from 1.5 overs. Taking a wicket in the over. Been brilliant stuff.
Brilliant bowling by Ryan. This is exactly what Hurricanes need, and Ryan is bringing it to the table. And now with the slip in play, still putting even more pressure on the batsman here, Ruhan Swar. Both 2 new batters at the crease.
This one pulls the length back, and they're able to scamper away for 1 to end the over. A really good over this for the Houston Hurricanes. That ends 7 overs, 42 for the loss of 3.
Hi, this is Pranoti Nadkarni with Master Strokes Cricket Americas. I would like to thank UST Minor League Youth Tournament for having our team Houston Hurricanes. Go Hurricanes!
Thank you to our sponsors, Kudu B Raiders, Texas Skywalkers, and Houston Hurricanes, and to our training facilities, Creek Base and Prairie View Cricket Complex.
It's like 10 minutes. Yeah, 4 seconds.
7 overs gone. 41 runs on the board for the East Bay Blazers, but the more concerning figure for them, 3 wickets down, 90 runs needed from 13. And Josh coming it back into bowl. His second over, took a wicket in his last. If he can take one more, Houston would feel they're firmly on top.
And if you take a close look, you can see the required run rate is slowly creeping up from 6 to almost 7 now.
Yeah, again, that's what the dot ball and pressure will do. And again, you might see one of these 2 bats try to take on Josh and lose their wicket because of the pressure Ryan was building. Right there, just push right back to Josh. You could see Nihal Desai taking a big start. Got to be careful with that big start. Never know when the ball is going to get hit straight back.
Yes. Good ball there. Just push straight back to Josh. And that's a really unfortunate way to get out, that run out. Seen it happen many times.
Yeah, as a batsman, the worst, maybe the worst way to get out. And as a bowler, you'll take it any day of the week. You just get a fingertip on it. You might not even feel it, but replay will show that you did it. So take wickets in any fashion in which you get them. This one flighted up, just cut away through the offside. Chance of a run out. Direct hit. Was the bat down?
And it's given.
And it is, and I don't think the bat was down. I think that's why. I think Ruhan, he felt that he was in, or maybe it's Nihal Desai. He felt he was in the crease. He felt he was well into the crease, but the bat was in the air once the ball had touched. Let's just take a second look at it. The immediacy of that finger raised. Nihal Desai did not approve of that decision.
A great bit of fielding there from Shreyan as we take a replay.
Again, just take a look at this. It's just pushed into the offside. Shreyan picks it up cleanly, gets the throw off. Stumps are hit. Look at the bat, still in the air.
Yeah, clearly bat in the air. Good decision by the umpire.
And I think maybe it's Nihal Desai just upset with his partner rather than the umpire for calling for that signal, for that single. Again, it clearly out. Bat never even got close to getting to the ground. Not a hard decision. Again, I think he's right here just going to be upset. Yeah, you can see him. He's just upset with his partner. Upset with Ruhan for calling for that single.
Yeah, and a great bit of fielding by the skipper, Shreyan Satish, at the cover region.
Well, there's your 4th wicket to fall there, Sam. And here in the 8th over, the wheels kind of falling apart here for the East Bay Blazers. They were in cruise control for a bit, but these consistent intervals of wickets have been huge for the Houston Hurricanes.
And now you can see the run rate creeping up above 7 now, and that's what these dot balls do. They just slowly creep up the run rate, and you don't even notice it as a batter.
Going to bring out Arnav Iyer into the middle. He's going to be the man on strike. Arnav Iyer with those 4 catches out in the deep, 4 better catches out in the deep, and just couldn't seem to stop calling his name in the first innings. Now he's got to do something special here with the bat.
Couple field changes here. Probably looking for another wicket here, bowling aggressive.
Again, that wicket we were speaking of, dot ball pressure, trying to force singles.
Exactly.
Again, Arnav Iyer on strike. And up in the air, just past the outstretched arm of Josh, nearly the leading edge straight away. But Arnav Iyer, he gets off the mark there, not convincingly, but off the mark nonetheless.
Nearly another wicket as we take a look at this replay. Let's see how far it was really from his end. Barely gets a fingertip to it. Would have been an outstanding catch if he were to take it.
Yeah, it would have been one of the catches of the entire tournament. Instead, Arnav Iyer survives. This one aerial as well, but is put into the gap. Going to be 1 out to long off, and this is the kind of batting the East Bay Blazers need. They still are not out of this match. Just 88 runs required in 12.2, so it is overrun a ball, but again, it's still very doable. This one pushed into that same gap at long off. Again, they're finding that one gap in the ground.
Long off field, they're getting a lot of action here. Josh really bowling to his field. I think that's exactly what he wants it to do. Maybe pop one up, which they are doing, just not going to the fielders, unfortunately.
Yeah, we'll see if he tries to dart one in a little bit quicker, try to rush him on. Does go
Yeah,
quicker
oh, well bowled there.
and just defended away. That does it. 8 overs gone. Another good over for the Houston Hurricanes. 44 for the loss of 4.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
Dude, Social told me he added me.
8 overs gone here in this matchup between the East Bay Blazers and the Houston Hurricanes. All fours on the scoreboard. 44 for 4 are the East Bay Blazers. And it's Daniel back in the comm box joining me. Daniel, when we left, it felt it was all East Bay, but at the moment, it feels like Houston's well on top.
Yeah, we see Ron Bagani coming back into the crease. It was quite a good decision to bring him from against the wind, and seemed to have worked out because then spinner can come on from with the wind. Well bowled from Ryan, Yorker length, and we're seeing a great bit of cricket right now. Josh Saripala and Ron really controlling the runs, making the batsmen go for some shots shouldn't be going for.
Yeah, that one a brilliant Yorker. He's just given up 2 runs in his first 2 overs, taking a wicket as well. Again, he's just been so sharp, so consistent, hard to get away from. This one dug into the wicket and just pushed down the ground for 1. Again, won't mind it if you're Houston.
Really impressed with the fielding so far by Houston. Stuff like the run out Stray and got are like really crucial to the game.
Yeah, again, every way you can get a wicket, so crucial. Converting on those run-out chances. We saw East Bay struggle to do that in the first innings. Weren't able to get those direct hits or clean pickups to enforce those run-outs. Houston Hurricanes all over it.
Big swing and a miss. Seeing some great keeping from Mahir there. Getting the run out with Train Satish and not giving too many buys.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, it's just all about consolidating all the runs you can with the Houston Hurricanes. Not a lot of runs on the board, so you got to do everything in your power to save runs, to take wickets, and they're doing so at the moment. Again, 4 wickets already down here in the 9th.
Hurricanes really putting everything into these couple overs. Oh,
And
a
there we go.
wicket!
Gets through him. Once again, just comes through a little bit of a send-off as well. That ball just keeping itself, holding its line, and straying back inside between bat and pad. And number 2 there for Ryan. And as you said, Daniel, wicket there for the Houston Hurricanes.
Big send-off from Ryan. We've seen some rivalry between the two. I think as we see the replay, really good ball. Didn't read the ball correctly and went through the gates.
Again, just a little slow on it. And there you can see the send-off. The second wicket there for Ryan. Brilliant stuff here in his 3rd over. So good.
Yeah, Hurricanes are really putting everything into these couple overs. Main 2 strike bowlers going at it, going for the wickets, and it seems to be really working. Ruhan Swar, one of their bigger batsmen, going out for 3 off 11. A really rough innings at the crease and could not help his team at all.
Yeah, it has to go. 45 for 5 at the end of 8.4.
Hi, this is Pranoti Nadkarni with Master Strokes Cricket Americas. I would like to thank UST Minor League Youth Tournament for having our team Houston Hurricanes. Go Hurricanes!
Thank you to our sponsors, Kudu E-Raiders, Texas Skywalkers, and Houston Hurricanes, and to our training facilities, Creek Base and Prairie View Cricket Complex.
Oh,
Here we go. 8.4 overs gone. 45 for 5 now. And we're going to see the new batsman. Adnish Tondale has to come in after that wicket of Ryan.
we saw some great bowling from Adnesh, but we'll have to see him bat pretty well. His team's struggling at the crease right now.
Yeah, again, not a big score on the board, but at the moment, they're just struggling. And it's because of that man on your screen, Ryan Bagani. It's been so good today. You see the wind blowing the bails off. He's been taking the bails off with the ball today. 2 bowled, 2 going back through the gate. and he'd love to have a third one here in his arsenal in his third over.
Really crucial bit of bowling here. Really attacking stumps, playing really attacking game. On the other end, we have Josh Saripala too, really contributing. Ryan only giving 3 runs in 2.4 overs with 2 wickets. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's been special stuff here from Ryan, and again, he's been just on the button straight away, right where he needed to bowl, and again, that's why he's been rewarded with 2 wickets with the figures that he has. Again, you don't get it by accident here. Playing against some of the best youth players in the country. And Ryan just proving to be a little bit too good at the moment. And that one nearly it again, big appeal. And it just, I think, was a little high. Good delivery, way to start off Adnish Tondale's innings.
Really well bowled from Ryan there. As we can see in the replay, pretty quick coming on. Adnish was not ready. High of the stumps. Good call by the umpire.
Again, pressure. It changes things, and he's keeping it on, Ryan. Not giving any freebies. Like we said, just 3 runs given in his first 2.5 overs. First 17 deliveries, gone for 3 and 2 wickets. And this one angled in again. They're going to be able to sneak one away, but it won't hurt. It's another great over for the Houston Hurricanes. 9 overs gone, 46 for the loss of 5.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
Into the 10th over now here at the Prairie View Cricket Complex. This is day 3 of this UST MiLC Youth Tournament of 2022. And it's been all Houston Hurricanes since the second over, really. They've been able to take up 5 wickets here in the first 9, and they're looking to defend just 131.
We see Aryan Satish coming into the crease. Pretty quick leggy. Been pretty crucial for the Hurricanes. Getting lots of wickets for them in U17 MiLC. So we'd love to see him pick up a couple wickets.
We apologize for that brief break in commentary, just some technical issues, and that's going to be the end of the 11th over there, 53 for the loss of 5.
Come 3 back.
Yeah.
I'll go to like the 4th.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
11 overs gone here in Prairie View. Means we have just 9 overs to go. 78 runs required from that 9, and Aryan getting brought back in after giving up 3 runs in his first over. Good lengths here from Aryan, the leg spinner, using the wicket well.
Really well bowled from both the Satish brothers. Aryan only giving 3 off his end and Shrayan only giving 4. We can see the required rates actually crept up to 8.8, so the batsmen are going to have to start putting up a bigger chase.
This delivery just being worked into the offside, but nowhere to go but to short cover. Again, he's just keeping it tight, right on stumps. Nowhere really for the batsmen to swing their arms through. It's on a length. It's been good bowling from the young spinner.
Doing a pretty good job varying his pace. Hitting with a couple quicker ones than the loopy one, but
Just a loopy one, and it's up in the air, and it's going to be just pushed into the covers for just 1.
haven't seen much aggression from the batsmen, so Hurricanes are doing pretty well.
And it's just because you have this catch-22 where you know you need to up the ante, but if you miss out on one and you lose your wicket, you just really put your team in a bad spot. At some point, they got to decide either way which way they want to play. But at the moment, just caught in that catch-22. This one down the leg side, just tucked around the corner for 1.
Well bowled from Aryan, staying disciplined, hitting consistent line and length. Pretty impressed with the Hurricanes bowling. Would love to see the batsmen open up a little more, especially with on the other end with the winds. Playing really tentative and not really showing their shots.
This one down the leg side and lucked out there, Aryan. One of the few looseners he's given up. Adnesh was already on the back foot, and it was well too full to play there and just missed out completely.
Both the batsmen playing at a bit of a lower strike rate than they should be. Adnesh 5 off 11, Arnav Iyer 8 off 12.
This one just beats the man at short cover. They're going to go and think about 2 and settle for 1. That's going to be the end of the 12th over. 56 for the loss of 5.
Hi, this is Pranoti Nadkarni with Master Strokes Cricket Americas. I would like to thank UST Minor League Youth Tournament for having our team Houston Hurricanes. Go Hurricanes!
Thank you to our sponsors, Kudu Bay Raiders, Texas Skywalkers, and Houston Hurricanes, and to our training facilities, Creek Base and Prairie View Cricket Complex.
Twelve overs gone. 56 for the loss of 5 are the East Bay Blazers. And we're going to continue to see the captain with the ball in hand. And why wouldn't you continue to see the captain? Just gave up 4 runs in his first over and 75 needed from 8. East Bay Blazers have to start upping the ante.
The run-up's really starting to creep up on them. I think they're going to need a big over somewhere in the next somewhere in the next 3 overs.
Yeah, and you can see Shrayan there, just back of a length, and again, using the wicket to his advantage. It's just really good stuff here from the Houston Hurricanes, and smart bowling. They haven't tried to do too much, just kept everything in front of them, made the East Bay Blazers play big shots, and use their mistakes to take those wickets.
Great bit of keeping there by Mahir. Shrayan needs to keep bowling that line in length, and I think a wicket will come in his way.
This one, again, just jumping up off that length. Chance of a run out. Direct hit would have done it. Nearly that opportunity. Nearly the 6th wicket here for the Houston Hurricanes. The East Bay Blazers survive.
Well bowled there from Strain, hitting that back a length. Unfortunate for the keeper. A direct for sure would have been the wicket of Arnav Iyer.
Yeah, Arnav looked like he'd given up halfway through. Said if it hits, I'm out. If it doesn't, I lucked out. But he's going to be here facing Shrayan now. And again, he's got to try to find a way to just score some runs now. His team is in desperate need of him. Goes for the big shot down the ground. Has he got all of it? Yeah, he has. That's 6 runs straight down the ground. Just a touch over pitch there from Shayan. Gave some width as well. And Arnav Iyer, sensing the occasion, finally gets one all the way.
A really beautiful shot from there in the replay. Looks like Strain put it right in his slot. Bit too full, and Arnav Iyer really took advantage of that ball.
Yeah, again, one of the few looseners we've seen from Shayan. Just too full, gave a little bit too much width. And all Arnav Iyer had to do was just throw his hands through it. Big, powerful swing, gets it all the way for 6. And the first boundary we've seen in quite some time here for the East Bay Blazers. And finally some runs on the board for them. See how he backs it up to Arnav. This one pulled back there from Shrayan. And all he can do is just work it over to super cover for 1.
Good recovery there from Strain, fixing his length a little. Adnej still struggling with the crease. I think a boundary will help him out a bit and maybe help him play a little more positive.
Again, I think both batsmen sensed the occasion. This one just run down. Tried to run it down to third man. It was a slower one, so he couldn't get it quite as fine as he wanted. All they could do was just push it out to point.
Tried for that slower bouncer there. It's a little, didn't really reach up to the height I think he was expecting, but the dot ball. Strain's probably okay with the dot ball.
And that's where the pressure's being built, and it's going to force one of these two to try something to get the ball down the ground and put some runs on the board. There's 8 runs from it, one of the biggest overs we've seen in quite some time, but that's still not going to cut it for the East Bay Blazers. And there's
Big
a shot,
shot,
and that's going to be another 6. A 6 to end the over. That's exactly what you needed if you're Adnej Tondale. A 6 to end it. That time just straying down the leg side, and easy pickings for the batsman.
Pretty let down over from Strain. As the captain, he bowled a really good first over, but a little struggled a little on his lengths on the second. Love to see a comeback over from Aryan Satish on the other end.
And that's going to do it. 13 overs gone, 70 for the loss of 5.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
13 overs gone, 70 for the loss of 5. Finally a big over for the East Bay Blazers, and because of that low total, it's just 61-7. It's still very doable, but it's the young leg spinner, Aryan. It's been hard to get away today. This one cut.
A wicket for Aryan Satish. Hit straight to Strain Satish's hands and a good catch. They had some good momentum building up. Unfortunately, he hit it straight to the fielder.
Yeah, what a catch that was. Shrayan, who just gave up a big over, takes a sharp catch low to the ground at short cover. And Arnav Iyer is going to feel like he's thrown this one away. He was just trying to push it either side of him, but all he could do was pick him out. And it's that brother-to-brother combination that gets the 6th wicket here for the Houston Hurricanes.
Pretty big wicket there for the Hurricanes. Arnav was starting to get some momentum, but fortunately he had to throw it away after.
Yeah, after getting those couple big shots, you thought maybe he was going to up the ante and get runs flowing for the East Bay Blazers, but instead it's just 6 and out for him. 13.1 overs gone, 70 for the loss of 6. So that means the new man to the middle, Zakiullah Sultani.
Saw some great bowling from him today. Hopefully can carry it on with the batting. His team needs a really crucial innings here. Run rate did go down. Required run rate did go down a little to 8.9, but really needs to get settled really quickly at the crease and make sure to get some boundaries.
Yeah, and every batsman will tell you, though, it's much easier said than done here at PV2. Takes a little bit of time to get accustomed to the wicket, and unless you're just swinging through every delivery and the ball finds your bat, it's just hard to get away. And for the East Bay Blazers side, you still got to make sure that you bat your 20 overs. You only have 4 wickets left in hand, which is the crucial number. Again, 61 and 6.5, that's not a number you're scoffing at. It's just the 4 wickets left. That's what's troubling you at the moment.
Aryan Satish bowling really good so far. 6 for 1 and 2.1. We do see a lefty come into the crease, so interesting to see their take.
Yeah, and he's going to be hitting with the wind through the leg side to the leg spinner, so he can sweep with the wind, with the turn. So it'll be interesting to see how Aryan goes and counters that. Does he try to push it out wide? Does he slow things down and make Zakiullah muster up all the power to get it over the rope?
Did put out that deep square in case of the sweep. And Zakiullah
just pushing it through the leg side, but no runs on offer for him. And you can see he just pulled the length. He looped it up, but the length was just on a good one. So couldn't just get down to sweep it. Had to just play on the back foot. Smart stuff there.
doing well, varying his pace, coming in against Zakiullah, and a bit of a fuller one, but plays it straight back to him.
Yeah, you can see Sultani coming down the track that time, but all he did was york himself and could only muster it out to Aryan. Again, good adjustment here from the young leg spinner.
Pretty fantastic bowling so far, and another dot ball. Good piece of fielding there from Aryan, putting the effort in.
Again, seeing the movement early and just following him, not giving Sultani the freedom to free his arms through anything. And again, you had 3 dots to follow a wicket, 4 deliveries without runs in the over. And that pull shot, they're going to get 1, but too little, too late here. Unless you end this over with the boundary, it's firmly a win for the Houston Hurricanes.
Really well bowled from Aryan there, having 4 dot balls in a single. They're going to need a big boundary here from Adnesh, and Hurricanes are probably looking to capitalize a wicket there.
Yeah, their required run rate just a touch under 10 now, and we will be 10 if there is a dot off this delivery. So just got to make sure if you're Adnesh that you stick in there and you show your shots and take advantage of all the balls that come your way. Again, 60 needed and 6.1. 37 deliveries, 60 runs needed. Try to cut this one away and does cut it. Has he picked the gap? Now the fielders converge on it and keep it from being 4, but they come back for 2. Could push for 3, should. And Sultani sends Adnesh back. I think they could have easily come back for 3, but in the end, that is going to be the end of the 14th over. 73 for the loss of 6.
Hi, this is Pranoti Nadkarni with Master Strokes Cricket Americas. I would like to thank UST Minor League Youth Tournament for having our team Houston Hurricanes. Go Hurricanes!
Thank you to our sponsors, Kudu B Raiders, Texas Skywalkers, and Houston Hurricanes, and to our training facilities, Creek Base and Prairie View Cricket Complex.
We see Laksh Park come back into the attack. I think Hurricanes are looking for that last crucial wicket of Adnesh Tundale. Laksh is pretty well known for getting those crucial wickets in the game.
Yeah, we'll see what he can do here, Laksh. Again, this is the area he's more accustomed to bowling in terms of minor league cricket. Uses the cutters, the slower ones well, everything on a length. And
I think if I was the Blazers, this over would be the one I'd try to capitalize on. Laksh is a wicket-taking bowler, but sometimes goes for a bit more runs than the average strike than the average strike bowler. So if I was Blazers, I would try to get a big over on this one and then try to continue on the momentum with the remaining overs.
Well, again, an interesting take that. I think many people would say it'd be the opposite. They don't want to throw their wicket away, but if Lux does try to overdo it, you want to take advantage. But Lux on the money straight away. Just one run to be had there for Sultani.
Well bowled there from Lux, hitting the back of length.
And then for Lux, he's coming around the wicket to the right-hander. Had the most success doing that here today. Got a wicket in that fashion. Someone chopping him on, chopping it on, cramping him for room. So he's going to look to do the same. No, he's going to remain over the wicket to Adnesh. Back to his usual spot.
Saw a good wicket from Lux earlier today. I think he's hoping for a second one, so
Let's see what he has in store for Adnesh Tondale. And that one just cuts away from him. You can see that one cut sharply and also didn't bounce quite as much as Adnesh was ready for. All he could do was fend it away to backward point.
gave some width on that one. Lucky for it to only be a dot.
Yeah, but again, it was slower as well. It cut away from Adnesh, didn't allow him to swing his arms truly through it. And Lux has a lot of these variations. Take this one, another cutter, but that's straight down the leg side. That's going to be a 6. You talked about it. Sometimes just goes for the glory ball and strays away. And Adnesh Tondale not going to miss out on that one. A big 6 here for Adnesh.
Pretty great shot from him there. As we can see in the replay, drag down the leg side. So he did try for the cutter, but it did not work in that situation. So Lux is a pretty good, consistent with his cutters. Surprising to see he couldn't nail it that time.
Yeah, and again, a bit of life here for the East Bay Blazers. They were dead in the water for a little bit of time, but a couple of boundaries in Shreyan's over brought them back. And again, this boundary here, just keeping them afloat at the moment. They're going to need more where that came from with the required run rate. Again, just a touch under 10.
Adnesh starting to do well, but he needs to make sure he knows the balance between getting the required run rate and saving his wicket. So
well, this should be a run out, and it will be. You see, Sultani was off the mark so quickly. It was hit straight to the fielder. There was never a need for that one to be won. And you can see he's frustrated with himself, Sultani. Soft dismissal, and the 7th one goes for the East Bay Blazers.
Big throw of the bat there. If we can see in the replay, Sultani really wanted to get on strike, and Aryan Satish did easy bit of fielding and an obvious run out. He actually did throw his bat and is not happy with the outcome of that ball.
Yeah, the second run out we've seen today, and really not even close by either of those run outs. Not sure what Sultani was looking at. Looked like he was ball watching the whole way through, but by the time he realized the call was no, and again, never really a run, hit straight to the fielder inside the circle. It was just far too late for him, and no mistake between Aryan and Lux.
We see Kush coming into the crease. We saw a pretty crucial piece of bowling from him, and was quite impressed. So with 7 wickets down, he's really going to have to boost the run rate. So
yeah, and it just seems like East Bay just can't do themselves any favors. Immediately following that 6, you're thinking maybe they could tag a couple more runs on, build some momentum. They lose another wicket and just lose all the momentum they had just built with that shot.
seemed like a pretty important wicket there. He's batting pretty decent, rotating with Adnesh, but Lux Parekh bowling pretty consistent. Lux is a pretty good death bowler too, because he's really good with his cutters, so batsmen also really struggle on that and have trouble picking it.
This one comes in as a slower ball pushed into the offside. Gonna get 1 run from it.
Bringing the new batsman Kush on strike. Hurricanes are continuing with the same field because no need to start attacking more. The required run rate is still at 9.6, so with a couple more dots they'll creep up to 10, and Blazers will have quite a lot of pressure on their batsmen.
Here we go, final delivery here of the 15th. Again, another cutter, swing and a miss there, and that's going to do it. 15 overs gone, 81 for the loss of 7. Welcome back here to the Prairie View Cricket Complex. 15 overs gone, 81 runs on the board, 7 wickets down. We're going to thank Daniel for sticking in the comm box, and it's going to be Sam coming back in. Sam, 81 for 7 here. You had to favor the Houston Hurricanes at this point.
I will agree with you on that. I will favor with the Houston Hurricanes at this point. With only 3 wickets in hand here and not really any big batters left in the lineup other than Adnish, who's batting right now. He's going to have to pull something off. He's going to have a real great innings to bring Blazers over the top.
Yeah, 50 from 5 overs needed. The run rate requiring 10 runs and over. And only 9 runs in 3 overs being given up from Aryan. Not a great combination. And a dot ball to start it off from Adnish. Again, it's just never been easy to get Aryan away. He's been so smart with the way he's bowled. Continuing here in his 4th over.
Hitting those consistent, amazing lengths. Using the pitch to his advantage. Great smart bowling by the young leggy.
This one tried to cut it away, but again just rushes onto him. Something we've seen pretty consistently here at Prairie View. Getting onto the back foot, you got to be very quick to do so. The ball just kind of skids off the wicket.
And you can see Aryan rushing through his overs, trying to get it done as quick as possible.
Keeping East Bay off balance. This time the cut shot works, but only works out to sweep or cover.
They're going to get an easy one here, which Houston will be okay with.
Absolutely going to be okay with it. Again, they need 10 and over at this stage, and you get your first single in the 3rd delivery of an over. You're going to feel very happy. As long as there's no boundaries to follow. Again, it's been a very good over, and Aryan, he's been so tight all day. You have so much faith in what he can do.
Yeah, exactly. As long as Blazers don't get a boundary, I bet Houston will be very, very happy with what the outcome is.
And you can see Adnish just having a word with Gush, who hasn't seen a delivery of Aryan on the strike. And again, he's just seen him for 24 deliveries. He's been in the middle. So what does Gush do here? Does he look for the big swing, or does he look to just try to get it off strike? Does try the cut shot, looking to get off, but all he could find was short cover.
Straight back to the skip Australian. Nothing coming, nothing coming. Very tight bowling by Aryan here.
Yeah, again, just 10 runs from 3.4 deliveries. Looks like he's going to cap this one off with another low run over. This one drifting down the leg side, spun back and
pulled away to short mid-wicket for a quick single.
Yeah, just one out there again. Good over here from Aryan. 2 runs. That's all that they can find so far. They're going to need a big blow in the final delivery of the 16th. Otherwise, again, another over that's firmly won by the Houston Hurricanes.
Has to go for a big one here. He has no option.
Big swing through the offside. It's racing away through the offside, but sweeper cover does well.
Great bit of fielding there
and
by
keeps it
Josh.
and keeps it to just 1 as well. Adnish wants strike in the 16th over, in the 17th over. 16 of them done. 84 for the loss of 7.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
16 overs gone, 84 for the loss of 7 on the East Bay Blazers. We just saw Aryan finish out his 4 overs, just give up 12 runs and take a wicket. Outstanding spell from him. Adnes Dondale, he's going to be on strike, and it's going to be Shreyan with ball in hand coming in to bowl the 17th.
We're going to see the captain come back to bowl his third over, I believe. And again, Aryan with a beautiful spell for the Hurricanes. Much needed for them.
This one's a big swipe. It's straight up into the air. Has he got enough of it? No. And an easy catch along the boundary. You can see the celebration. It's that man, Ryan, who's been wonderful with the ball. He's pumped up. And the 8th wicket goes. And this time, it's Adnes Dondale. And the East Bay Blazers, they're all but done.
And Ryan always have safe hands. As you can see, the replay here comfortably takes it. Gets under the ball nicely, and you can see how pumped up he gets as they know they're getting nearer and nearer to a win here.
And that's going to do it. 16.1 overs gone, 84 for the loss of 8.
Sitcom.
16.1 overs gone, 84 for the loss of 8. And Shreyan got wicket number 1 just a ball ago, and again, now it just feels like a formality to bowl out the rest of these overs as Devam Srivastava comes in for the East Bay Blazers.
Yeah, the Hurricanes are just inching closer and closer to the win after every single ball. Blazers are going to need a miracle if they want to win this one, but looks like Hurricanes are going to take this one away.
Yeah, might need a miracle and a half the way it's looking. Again, you're
Yeah.
talking 47 runs, 3.5 overs, so you're looking over 12 runs and over for two guys who have combined played 3 deliveries. So it's not an easy feat at all. And again, it's just all Houston at the moment. They're just 2 wickets away from a victory here and securing that second spot. A big swipe. It's up in the air. Who wants it? Is it going to find a fielder? No, it's going to fall at 45. They're running for 2, and they get there. Has that hit? That would have been a run out, and it's all happening as there's overthrows. They're coming for 3, and they're going to run 4. Throw to the bowler's end. Wrong end. Had he thrown to the bowlers, might have been a run out, but they
Yeah.
get 4 off of it. So there you go. East Bay, they're not out of it quite yet.
Yeah, a bit of sloppy fielding there. No backup on the throw. Then throwing to the wrong end. If you looked at this game after the first over, you would not have seen this outcome, I believe. Blazers really looked on top after that first over.
Yeah, scored 8 runs from it, just from the first 2 deliveries, and then we get a single away. So they got 9 in that first over, only chasing 130 on the ground that consistently teams are getting the 160 on.
Yeah.
Again, it's just been a good reel back here from the Houston Hurricanes. Not panicking, trusting their players, and
Yeah.
again, now we're in the position 84 for 8. 92 for 8. This one just
Well
a swing and a
bowled.
miss. And again, pulled the length back, Shreyan. Not going to let Devam swing through the line on the front foot.
And well bowled there by Shreyan, getting a good nip through there. And getting another dot is exactly what they need.
Yeah, again, the remainder of these overs just feel like a formality. It's 2 wickets away here for the Houston Hurricanes from wrapping up that second spot in the Pacific. This one taken into the leg side. They're going to try for 2. Oh, it should be another run out, and it won't be. Unable to collect the ball. Nearly the 9th wicket there. Nearly another sloppy piece of running from the East Bay Blazers. And Devam Srivastava, he survives.
Missed opportunity there by the Hurricanes. Should have been an easy run out. Long ways away.
He just can never collect it, and that's always the toughest part as the bowler. Collecting the ball, taking it off the bails. Unable to do it there. The captain, a big swing, a big miss. And again, if you're the East Bay Blazers, you can't knock at the big swing because that's all you can hope for. You need more than 14 runs and over at this stage.
That's all they can hope for, just swinging big, and hopefully, luckily, one goes out of the park, but it's not looking likely.
Yeah, again, it's firmly on top for the Houston Hurricanes just reeled things back in with the ball beautifully. Just 2 wickets away.
Another big swing.
Coming down the crease, and it's going to find the fielder. They're going to push for 2, and they do go ahead and get it. So a good way to end the over for the East Bay Blazers, but still an over the Houston Hurricanes are going to love. After the end of 17, it's 91 for 8.
Hi, this is Pranoti Nadkarni with Master Strokes Cricket Americas. I would like to thank UST Minor League Youth Tournament for having our team Houston Hurricanes. Go Hurricanes!
Thank you to our sponsors, Kudu B Raiders, Texas Skywalkers, and Houston Hurricanes, and to our training facilities, Creek Base and Prairie View Cricket Complex.
17 overs gone, 91 runs on the board. Just 3 overs separate Houston from that second seed in the Pacific and a trip to the conference finals where they're going to take on the Dallas Mustangs.
And they bring back one of their strike bowlers, Josh, here, who was really tight in his first spell. Let's see if he can keep doing that here.
Yeah, got wickets early and, again, just kept things difficult for the East Bay Blazers. This one's straying down the leg side, going to be wide, and anything that they run on it, they should push for 2, and they are going to. So just a wayward start here for Josh, but before this just gave up 11 runs in his previous 2 overs.
We saw him bowl a couple wides in his first spell, too, which is not very likely of him, usually. But a couple loosies here from Josh today.
And that one looked like he was just trying to whip it in to the pads quickly, and just got a little carried away. So he backs it up to Kush. Again, into the pads and worked away through the leg side. They're going to get 1 and just settle for it. So that means it was, 4 runs from the first delivery. So there you go. Unconventional ways to get 4s, but in back-to-back overs, the East Bay Blazers have found a way to do it.
Yeah, funny ways to get 4s. First 4 overthrows, and now 3 wides and a single. And
East Bay just trying to bat out their 20 overs, and they're going to try everything they can. They know if they lose this, you're pretty much out of that second spot. Switch hit attempt, and switch hit miss. Third man inside the ring. So he gets onto it. It's going to be a boundary. We saw it earlier. Albiran Bolasetti played that same shot. Able to get it over the top of third man for 4 earlier today, and the Raptors win against the New Jersey Stallions. This time just down the ground. It's going to be 1.
Gonna be 1. Good bit of field. Oh, a little bit of a bobble there by the long on fielder Ryan, I believe. Still gets it in 1.
Yeah, just 1 run there. Again, you see the intent from the East Bay Blazers, but again, just not the wickets in hand. And at this point in the game, there's no chance really for them to get things going. If we look across the league, though, saw a lot of good games. As this one's pushed straight back down the ground, might go all the way for 4, and it does. It splits the fielders and unable to collect it. So 4 there.
Great shot over the top, straight back over the bowler.
Yeah, again, Kush, he's not just going to sit back. You can see it's full in length. He got some room outside the off stump to work with. Over the top and just rolls away. 4 runs here for the East Bay Blazers.
Run rate, required run rate at 13.3 here now. I don't know, they're going to need some type of miracle to finish off this game with the win, the Blazers.
Another switch hit attempt and another miss at it. Unable to get that one away.
You can see the Blazers at least trying everything they can to get the runs, but...
And that'll do it. 18 overs gone, 100 for the loss of 8.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
So at the 18 over mark, 100 runs on the board. Again, you can hear you can see just a little bit of confusion, conversation between the batsman and the umpire, the two umpires coming together. And again, not sure what the discussions are about, whether there's one ball left in that previous over. Did start with the wide, so maybe miscounted there. Maybe it's a scoring error. We'll have to wait and see. Again, we'll come back with an official word. For the moment, it's 18 overs gone, 100 for the loss of 8.
Oh, there is one ball left.
And it looks like the umpires have agreed that there is one ball left, and it looks like they just mistook that wide early on to start that previous over. So Josh will have to come back and bowl one final delivery to end the 18th.
Yeah, it looks like a little bit of a misunderstanding from the umpires, but it's all been sorted out now. And one last delivery. Let's see what Josh can do.
Yeah, you got a dot ball to follow that 4. Can Kush find another boundary and bring it into the 20s from the last 2 at that point? So you'd say anything can happen. Again, Kush has showed a lot of good intent, and so has Devam Srivastava.
At least showing the intent of going for the runs, not giving up until the final ball is bowled.
So we go. Final delivery of the 18th. 100 comes up.
Here comes Josh. Another big hit.
And I think it might be even better. No, it's just going to fall short of that fielder, and just going to be 1 to end the over. So Kush will retain strike, and at the end of 18, 101 for the loss of 8.
Hi, this is Pranoti Nadkarni with Master Strokes Cricket Americas. I would like to thank UST Minor League Youth Tournament for having our team Houston Hurricanes. Go Hurricanes!
Thank you to our sponsors, Kudu B Raiders, Texas Skywalkers, and Houston Hurricanes, and to our training facilities, Creek Base and Prairie View Cricket Complex.
$18 overs done, and now officially 101 runs on the board and 8 wickets down. Means 30 from the last 12 deliveries. Again, not impossible, rather improbable, but we'll see what Kush has in store.
Yes, we can see Ryan coming back into the attack, who has been everything today. Been everywhere, taking catches, bowling excellent. 3 overs, 4 runs for 2 wickets. Just an amazing performance for him today.
Yeah, he's been superb. Didn't really have that day with the bat he was looking for, but with the ball, he's more than made up for it. And to bowl his final over. Slower ball to start it off and just push down the ground.
It's going to be an easy single. Just 1 off it.
Again, going to need some boundaries here. These Bay Blazers, if they even want to think about it in the final over, want to get things down into the teens, and then from there in 6 balls, you never know. So at least some pressure on Houston.
Yeah, you never know with cricket, anything could happen.
Devam coming down the track. It's hit straight up into the air. A couple of bounces. They're going to try for 2. No, just settle for 1. Good over here. Good start to it for Ryan.
Good bit of fielding there in the deep, restricting 1. Only giving 1, even when they're pushing for 2. And Ryan again in his 3rd spell being excellent.
Yeah, been really good from both ends of the ground. And again, always active. A lot of energy on him as well. This delivery just carved through the offside. Has he got it into the gap? And will it run away for 4? It will. Good shot this from Kush B. Saw the Yorker and just carved it in between point. 4 runs there for Kush and life for the East Bay Blazers.
As we look at the replay there, just opens the face and makes it perfectly in the gap. Excellent shot there. And this is exactly what Blazers want here. even if it's a little too late.
Again, never say never here. Need 24 from 9. I've heard of more improbable things happening. Again, and Kush seems to have found a liking. This one could be deemed a wide. And a late call for a wide ball. Ryan can't believe it. It looked to me initially like it was a wide, but very late signal there from the umpire.
Let's take a look on the replay. Looks a little wide to me. Could go either way, though. I think it's really close to the line.
Well, he sided with the batsman on this occasion. So 7 runs from the first 3 deliveries. And this one, good delivery, and that is going to be the end of Kush. He's walking off and clear edge there. Good take there from the wicket keeper. And Ryan gets his 3rd wicket and might have just ended the East Bay Blazers' hopes and dreams.
Yeah, as you can see, excellent bowling by Ryan. As we take a look at this replay, just barely nips through, gets the outside edge. Excellent take by Mihir, as he's been pretty good behind the stumps all day today.
Yeah, and an unfortunate end for Kush. He played a good innings, came in and again showed really good intent, 17 from 13, and at least brought this to a chance for the East Bay Blazers. 23 now needed from 8, as we're going to get to see the insertion of Anish Deshpande. And at the end of 18.4 overs, 108 for the loss of 9. So 2 balls left here in the 19th over. 1 wicket left for the East Bay Blazers and 23 runs left to get. It's Anish Deshpande coming in. And it's going to be Ryan. Has 2 deliveries left and he's going to be looking for his 4th wicket. Again, the way he's bowled, it feels like he deserves that 4th wicket.
Yeah, brings a lot of energy onto the field always, and being rewarded for it. Straight to extra cover. It's going to be no run.
Yeah, just gave that wide Yorker out there, and again, not able to carve it through the gap on the offside, but sweeper cover was there, so it had to be struck real firmly. Final delivery here of the 19th.
As Ryan bowls his last ball of his spell, he's really going to be looking for this last wicket that he really wants, I bet.
Yeah, what do we got? We got Yorker right on the stumps. Yeah, we do, but it's been squeezed away. It's going to just be 1 run. They're going to push it for 2. No, just settle. So 1 run off of it. That's going to do it. 19 overs gone. 109 for the loss of 9.
How did a global retail pharmacy increase orders by 100%? How did a multinational bank build a #1 rated digital app? How did a healthcare company support 5.5 million customers with nearly 100% accuracy? With people who help leading companies transform through technology. Engineer a better future. Let's build for boundless impact. Discover how at ust.com.
Final over here, and the Houston Hurricanes just 6 deliveries away from claiming that 2nd spot in the Pacific Conference and clinching their ticket to that conference finals, where they'll take on the Dallas Mustangs. I think I just saw a stroke of lightning. The second one I saw just above the bridge on that highway, so we're going to hope we can get this over and quickly. Big swing and a big miss there, and you see Devam Shrivastava on the other end, just ready to take off if there's any chance that the keeper mishandles it, but straightforward take.
Yeah, well bowled there by Joshi. Well kept. Great cricket from Hurricanes here.
Again, just flattening it up this time off the bat, and just 1 out to the deep. Just has to bowl these final 4 deliveries. And again, Houston will be on to the conference finals, where they'll take on the Dallas Mustangs, who have locked in that #1 seed with the win today. And again, another bolt of lightning coming out. on the storm watch until 2:45. Didn't see anything, and now once the storm watch is gone, you're going to see a couple of strikes of lightning.
Yeah, that's just how it is in Houston. It's always like that.
This one again just squeezed out to the leg side. Just going to be one. And again, these strikes of lightning, they're getting more and more frequent. With just there's just 3 balls to go.
Looks like a big storm heading our way.
Yeah, we might have to bolt out of here quickly once the
Yeah.
Houston Hurricanes wrap this thing up with the nice pretty bow. 3 deliveries to go.
Here comes Josh with his 4th delivery. And, over covers, actually. Oh, and a bit of a misfield. They're going to come back for 2 here.
Well, they were going to come back for 2. Chance of a run out, not out. He was well inside. That throw coming in a little bit delayed there. I'm not sure why he didn't come back for 2 sooner, but the ball just spun on him early. Then here didn't want to take the throw, and you could see didn't want the second run, and then at the end decided to. Lucky enough to throw enough far away enough from stumps where Josh couldn't get it in quick enough. And again, as we saw that replay, another bolt of lightning just striking over in the distance.
Well bowled there, Josh. Small appeal there. Umpire not convinced.
Well, there's 1 ball to go here and 18 to get off of it. So the Houston Hurricanes, this 1 legal delivery, and they'll clinch their spot in the conference finals. And there it is, swing and a miss. Is it a wicket? It is. So it's going to be capped with a 2nd wicket there for Josh. East Bay Blazers, they're bowled all out, and this is the final wicket, this stumping.
And a great performance from Hurricanes and a good bit of keeping there in the end. And Hurricanes are going to be really happy with that win, clinching the 2nd spot in the Pacific Conference.
Yeah, lovely stuff. You look at the batting card for East Bay, just no one could get in real rhythm. Sahil Garg played some nice shots, 18 from 19. Siddharth Menon, 2 boundaries, but that's all he wrote, 9 from 9. 7 from 7 for Samson Bhatti, 3 from 11 for Ruhan. Nihal Desai was run out without any runs to his name. 15 runs for Arnav Iyer. Adnesh Tondale was probably the best of the bat, 24 from 26. Another run out for Sultani just for 2. Kush Balala, he scores 17 runs of his own. Devam 5 from 6, and then Anish Deshpande 4 from 7. And then if we look at the Houston Hurricanes, just terrific stuff here with the ball. Laksh Parak got things going, 4 overs, 28 runs, took a wicket. Ryan, the pick of the bowlers for me, 4 overs, 12 runs, 3 wickets to his name, 2 wickets for Josh Saripalla. Purna Batad had an over for 8 runs, 4 overs for Aryan Satish, 12 runs and a wicket. Really good from the young leg spinner. And the skipper, 3 overs, 25 runs and a wicket of his own. So the Houston Hurricanes, they've clinched a win here, bowling out to the East Bay Blazers, and they've clinched that 2nd spot in the conference finals. We appreciate all of you for sticking with us all day long, but don't go anywhere. Tomorrow we got great coverage coming for the last of the regular season games, and we have the semifinals starting up tomorrow afternoon. Again, we'll get to see all these great matchups. For Daniel, for Sam, who joined me in the commentary box today, I want to say thank you. I'm Patel signing us off. We'll see you right back here tomorrow at the Prairie View Cricket Complex.